Rightio. So, after deciding to head to Grazefeld, Freyja left with Adolin's father and went to stay at the library until they'd made it out of the Fey-controlled areas. The rest of the party then teleported to a Fey circle where they'd met a few mushroom people and Steve, an evil mushroom Fey. After arguing for a while, Adolin announced that he was racist and poofed to another plane temporarily by the Mushroom Queen who came to speak with the party. After ensuring that they weren't working for Bayle, she offered to get them out of the woods quicker if they killed one of Bayle's beasts for her. The party agreed and killed the corrupted dog, receiving 50 platinum each in return. Freyja, you've also got this 50 platinum, so just add that to your character. They also received a blade of Krolix.
I was just joking about saying it's Fey Platinum.
Yeah, Fey Platinum.
Oh, yeah,
No.
I'll have to identify it.
They also received a blade of Krolix in exchange for Adolin's evil blade, before heading towards Grazefeld once more. Along the way, they encountered Blue. A small... Jesus Christ, why was my voice immediately gone as soon as we... Along the way, they encountered Blue, a small dragonborn who was going on an adventure to look for his parents. After some questioning, the party determined he was actually a child slave to Brizband, and his home had been burnt down after his so-called parents had learnt something they didn't want getting out. The party adopted Blue and continued into the city, where they began to plan their next move. So, currently, it's kind of the afternoon of the 7th of May, and the 9th of May is when the fighting festival starts. So you guys can wander around at the night or leave it until the next day if you guys want to explore. I'll quickly pin up this as well. Adolin spent a lot of the day forging, so he won't be joining you during this kind of like last afternoon hours.
Were we planning on doing any investigating?
Don't. Oh wait, no. I think we were planning on looking around at places that had been marked on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got that open on Owlbear if you want to come over to Owlbear.
My music was a bit loud. I
No
missed the days of the tournament versus...
I've just sent it into the gaming chat, so that's easier for everyone. Right, yeah, and then Owlbear has the map of Grazefeld open, along with the locations that you guys discovered in the burnt down house, and their kind of code names for what they are.
So we can do that tomorrow.
Yeah. Okie dokie. How expensive would you like to have your lodgings then? There's some pretty high class stuff around the fighting arena. You can get real fancy by going up near the castle, or you can go basic kind of outskirts for about a silver for just a bed.
For no particular reason, I would like to go up near the castle.
Okay. No particular reason. Would anyone like to join him, or would you guys?
Is that no particular reason related to the map, or a different no particular reason?
It's a different no particular reason.
Fair enough.
Have I been?
I just want to have a talk.
Just want to have a chat.
Just want to talk to him.
Right.
Just want to have a chat.
We've just got paid a lot. Why? Let's go a fancy place.
Very nice. Okay, would you like to get dinner on the way as you kind of venture into the city? There's also, as you go straight in, there is the first stop there if you're interested in looking at that tonight, or you can just skip it. Because you started at number 2, which was called the orphanage, and going, your quickest way into the city is this gate here, so it's up to you.
Has someone fetched me from the cube yet?
Yeah, you would have been fetched from the cube and swapped with Adolin.
Okay, nice.
Giving you like kind of an awkward high five on the way, and you would have noticed the thing I sent you earlier as well.
Would I have gotten a chance to do the identify on the thing?
Yeah, you would have got a chance to do it as he kind of like gave you a hug, a kiss. You know, said he's going to go read some books and do some nerd forging. And mining. He wants to do a lot of mining in the crystal caverns.
All right. I won't tell him yet then because he's not here. But I'll when he gets back, I'll just be like, "Oh, you have a thing."
Was this before or after I went around the town?
So we'll say you kind of went around the town later tonight if you want.
Okay, so this would be before.
Yeah, so just before, so you know, you kind of hit stuff on the way if you'd like. But do you guys want to hit the pharmacy, which is here, or just go straight to the kind of royal uppity area?
I mean, we are like right here.
I think the pharmacy is like probably a little potentially more urgent.
Is someone sick?
No, it's probably a drug
Oh,
place
it's a fake pharmacy.
to investigate.
Oh, it's a fake farms. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Freyja hasn't
Yeah.
met Blue yet. You're gonna see a small little dragonborn currently holding on to Alnair's hand and like looking up at you curiously.
It might just be that they're so small, but I keep on forgetting they're a dragonborn instead of a kobold.
He's a little baby.
Oh, hello. We've got another child.
Yes, this is Blue.
Hello.
Is another one of and I'm gonna like put my hand up, but between my mouth and Blue, and like whisper, "Another one of Brizband's slaves."
Oh, okay. Does he make a habit of choosing children as his
Yes,
Okay.
it definitely seems that way.
Very clearly does.
Yeah, there was a whole thing. You know, we knew he was bad, but oh, it's so much worse.
Bad enough that we feel we have the moral mandate to.
We've had the moral high ground for a while, but yes,
Yeah.
I believe
I
it has
know
turned
that. I'm
into
just
a
making sure
mandate.
you guys know that.
Very much so.
Okay. Well, I've been doing some reading that might help. I'm still mulling it all over, but yeah, I'll let you know when plans are done cooking in the old noggin.
Ooh.
Okay. Your old expertise may come in handy here.
They may do.
All right.
Right.
This is the pharmacy, the Mystic's Gambit.
Ooh.
So how are we approaching this?
I'm not sure. What exactly are we expecting to find?
Yeah.
Something about that looks Harry Potterish to me.
Or can we just look around,
It's the
buy
font.
something, make an assessment once we've left?
Wait, no, it's actually bootleg Harry Potter, because if you look at the bottom it says Higsmaid instead of Hogsmeade.
Brilliant.
Actually, I think it's just AI Harry Potter, never mind.
Yeah, it is. I'm just pulling this shit off
Right.
Pinterest. Half that shit's AI now.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I guess a good first step would just be to go in and, under the false pretense of wanting to buy something, and maybe just kind of look around, see if anything pops out. For us.
yeah, I mean, you know, how do you guys typically go about buying drugs?
Well, you just
I
walk
don't-
in and put them on the counter.
Well,
right?
I just bought some mushrooms from a kobold once.
I mean, these are.
That-
It's pretending to be a proper one, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so we can
most likely.
go in under the false pretense that we need some like antiseptic cream or something.
Yeah, see if they have any adventuring potions.
Hmm.
We go in.
Okie dokie. You will head straight in. Inside, there's, you know, people from the town kind of mulling about, looking over. There's fairly, you know, normal stuff on the shelves. There's 2 or 3 kind of consult rooms and a few doctors kind of moving in and out. Looks like a fairly normal, you know, pharmacy, and clinic where a couple clerics are working.
I'm gonna stay outside with Blue because I feel like he will raise suspicion if they recognize him.
He's kind of chasing Kenru around you. They're both just like running around in circles around you. He's having a good time.
It's all you guys. You got this.
Okay. Hello, welcome to the Mystic's Gambit. How can I help you?
Just looking for stuff, see what there is.
Yeah, sure. We've got lotions and potions from across the cradle. Kind of anything you're really looking for. You know, you guys are kind of more of the kind of middle-aged, I'm gonna assume. I might have to whip
Sorry,
out the, she, like, pats the book. It's like, you know, I'm just taking a guess. I can look up your specific species and age if you really want me to, but just avoid the child section because, you know, different doses and stuff. But if you want something specific, you can have an appointment with one of the doctors. Yada, 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 yada. You know?
Okay, thank you very much.
I don't think I've ever heard of a pharmacy this lax.
I'm going to walk over to just whatever shelf is near. And
Okay.
start having a peruse.
So you can see there's kind of different sections. There is kind of, as they said, there's like a child section, kind of what they call middle-aged, and then there's like elderly. And different, you know, doses of different medications. So there's a lot of herbal remedies, some like, you know, basically snake oil shit that's like says it's going to heal you, but then basic healing potions, paralysis potions, anti-poison potions. I can't remember exactly what they're called. Poison resistance. That's what
Antidotes?
yeah, antidotes. Thank you. Antidotes.
Can I have a look at some of the antidotes?
Yeah, sure. So they would have antidotes for most common poisons. So I'm actually just going to relook at the shit I just sent. So antidotes for most snake venoms, blackthorn, daggerbloom, and moonshade. All of those venoms, venom/poisons would have antidotes on the shelf. Although there is one uncommon poison that it does have a resistance to, which is void root. Though that's kind of like shoved near the back.
Mm-hmm. Do the
Why would
antidotes
that
like?
one be shoved near the back?
Don't know. Only one person knows a lot about all those words I just shoveled out.
Do the antidotes give you resistance or immunity to the common poisons?
So, as you kind of read across them, if you take it before being poisoned, it will be a general resistance to the poison. But if taken directly after ingesting the poison/venom, it will nullify it to a degree and not cause serious harm. Like, you may still experience kind of, you know, there's like that long American list of side effects where it's like, you may still experience
Right,
vomiting and headaches and this and that and that, but it will most likely save your life.
Can I get
Something for vomiting to avoid poison is just instantly reminding me of those American advertisements for medications.
before I make a purchase here?
Yeah.
Does anyone have a moral objection to me buying stuff from here when we think it might be doing something naughty?
Buying could be part of investigating.
That's true. It makes us look like genuine customers. So
Yeah.
I'm going to purchase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much would 6 run me back?
So each vial of antidote is about 1 gold, so 6 gold.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was considering
gold,
getting
then.
just 1 or 2 of each.
fair enough. I'll quickly since each one will have kind of like there's a little chart nearby that kind of tells you what each poison is and like how to look for it, so I will just send the poison thing.
Am I allowed to send my poison info to the...
Yeah, if you want to send the whole poison info that you've got, go ahead, but I've just sent the ones that are on the shelves.
Yeah, this is I'll share with the class on this occasion.
Okay.
Wait, are these poisons you can just buy?
So
Or are these
you
the
can't.
antidotes
These
to
the these the
poisons?
antidotes. These are the
Okay,
poisons
yeah.
that they are antidoting. So, but this
Okay.
this kind of like shows you. So they'd have on the back, which is odd for a pharmacy to tell you exactly what the poison would be. You know, there's always something a little bit off in this shop, but you know they do tell you exactly what poison to look out for, what the signs are, and why this antidote would work on it.
Okay, I've sent my my poison info to the. This is what I was doing in the library. I was having a little read on for no particular feathery reason.
I would have been less suspicious if you hadn't said the no particular reason bit.
We said no particular feathery reason.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear the feathery.
I might get 2 of each, trying to be super, super safe.
Okay.
That's a good call.
All right. So, as you kind of step up to the counter, the same woman kind of counts through them, takes over the money, goes, you planning to, planning some work?
Well, it's as you can see, I'm going to gesture to our abundant equipment. We're adventurers, and poisons are an occupational hazard, so we like to come prepared.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
You see her eyes kind of linger on like the dagger bloom antidote, but she just kind of nods and slides it into like a cute little bag that has their shop's name on the side and hands it back to you. Well, do have a good time with whatever you plan to do this afternoon.
Thank you. It's a nice place here. Is it just you working, or?
So there's 3 clerics. I'm currently in training, but I have to do a year of basically guidelines to make sure that I'm treating a patient properly. And she kind of like pats the book at her side again and goes, "Got to make sure I'm treating them exactly how the age calls for." There's so many times that a gnome could be mistaken for a human child, and different
Right,
doses
cool.
and stuff. So we have to be really on top of things.
It's a bit naughty of them if it's just you in today and you're supposed to be in training, but
Well, the
You're doing a very
doctors
good
are
job.
kind of, taking patients in the back. I just kind of run the front of shop, and, if someone comes
Oh,
in with, like, my main training comes in, and if someone, like, brings in a kid, and they're like, oh, he hurt his hand on the machine, and I'll be like, okay, well, let me check it. And then, I'll check for, various things, and then I'll go, okay, well, he's on this list, so he goes into that room, and, other people can just walk in, and I'll go, okay, well, you're not on the list, so you go in that room, Reception.
And are you are you all clerics from the same church, or is pharmaceuticals just a profession that attracts clerics and it's a coincidence?
Yeah, it's more, anyone can kind of work in pharmacies. There's a lot of druids. I kind of thought about it, but it's honestly a little harder to get into than cleric work. And,
Right.
There's kind of a church just, like, north of here. It's, like, kind of up near the top of the city. That does a lot of training. So that's where, like, I'm going to go get my kind of full qualification,
Nice. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, it's pretty rewarding work. We work a lot with kind of, the community and stuff, and like kids around here.
Right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. Have a lovely day.
Away from the counter.
So I want to, for potion of resistances, could I buy the specific damage types?
Yes, you can buy a specific type of.
Okay.
Are you getting that from the magic item list?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they'd all be the same price. So if you want necrotic resistance, it will be the same price as fire. Although you could discuss, and if you want to barter, that's the word, it's easier to barter for a more common damage type. So fire and poison are the easiest to barter for, and then like force and necrotic are quite hard on the other end.
Does anyone have
I'd rather
any
force
the other way around.
suspicions of damage types we might encounter?
I feel like we get around. I feel like just all of them.
That's 700 gold for one of each.
I'm not saying get all of them. I'm saying that we probably will encounter all of them.
Are you discussing this outside the shop?
Well, I would have assumed we would be discussing it while we're inside. I was just
Okay.
patient.
I mean, we've already mentioned we're adventurers. Yeah. It's kind of obvious from our gear, so.
I think I'm going to go with a lightning, a fire, and a necrotic.
Okay. So yeah, you've got the price, so just times it by 3 unless if you'd like to barter.
No.
Okay. Alright, anything else then? Do you want to go in at all, Lana, when they come back out?
Nah.
Okay. Right, then we will move you up on the map. You can hit 4 on the way if you want as well. But there's like, you'll probably pass 4, 7, and then to 10. If you want to stop at 10. If not, well, yeah, 10's right up to the castle, which is probably where Alner wants to go.
I would have started wandering off and around.
Yeah, you can wander off and go do what we talked about before.
Yeah, I'll wander off as well then.
Okay. All right. So we'll start from Alner then. What would you like to do?
I'm going to call father.
Okay. You get kind of a ring. You get the receptionist on the other end for the start before you kind of hand it off to him. Hello, you alright?
Yes. I was wondering if there's a couple of nobles I wish to have meetings with. Possibly
Sure.
violent meetings.
Right.
How would I do that without getting in trouble?
Well, hypothetically, if you were going to do that, hypothetically, allegedly,
Of course.
either you leave no trace that it was you and have it nice and cleaned up by some sort of cleaning team, or hypothetically you can get someone of a higher power involved should the person you wish to speak with be doing the illegals, hypothetically.
What if I just want to shout at someone a lot and possibly shake them about a little bit because they have been really stupid with their children?
Well, if it's just a noble, then are we?
We're talking Lord of Grazefeld here.
Okay. We'll say if you have any issues, then I will deal with them.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes. Just make
All
sure
right.
that what you're doing is correct in terms of the law. No killing.
I wasn't going to kill him. There was a different noble I was going to kill.
Right, well, that's
Falling
your
under no
problem.
pressure.
But that's unrelated.
Mm-hmm.
And that one is doing illegal things. So
Okay. Well, I'll let you know what, you're a big boy. You can deal with that yourself.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I was mainly looking for advice. I wasn't asking you to sort it out for me.
I'm sorry, it's not something I can really relate to, if I'm honest.
Fair enough.
You know, I've wanted to slap about a few nobles for something stupid they've said, but I've never acted upon it. But, you know...
Oh. Well, I mean, you know, this guy's, like, sold his kids into slavery, basically. So...
Right, well, that's illegal.
He's raised a barbarian.
That's illegal, so I'm sure if, you know, he wanted to step forward and say what you did, you could just as easily blackmail him into not. So,
That's
not
very
that
valid
blackmail
point.
is, you know, a good thing, allegedly, hypothetically, but, you know, may or may not have been used by myself.
Alright. Thank you, Father.
No worries, have a good day. And do tell Freyja when you see her that I got her letter and I've started on her little project she asked me. So...
I will pass that on.
Wonderful.
What project is this?
I can't remember if she said not to tell you, so I'm gonna assume not to tell you.
Right.
Anyway,
Interesting.
wonderful chatting, son. And he's gonna hang up.
Yes. Okay. Right, I'm gonna start heading with the Grazefeld Palace. Or fortress or whatever.
Okay. Would you like to hit any of the places along the way?
No, actually, I'm far more interested in sorting out this guy than Brizband at this point in time.
Fair enough. Okay.
Like, he has angered me, but like
Fair.
his children like that.
Oh my god, I've just realised someone's in Playgirl Bunnies in chat and said, "Sweet mercy, immediately blackmail and selling kids into slavery." That's what they joined to. And they said, "Hi, Mr. Shiro." Hi.
Hello.
Alright.
Return chatter.
I
guessing
think it's
someone you must know. For them to know
it's
your names.
Playgirl Bunny.
Oh. Yes, I know who that is.
Yeah. They said they asked how you've been while I'm figuring out the next bit. Right.
I feel like you sounded less than thrilled when you said that you know who that is.
No, I know.
Okay.
It's probably best if we don't, you know, talk about the chatter's personal
shouldn't
name.
Say them out
Yeah.
loud.
No, dox this person right now.
Let's
Let's dox this person live on stream.
Oh, this is Emily Smith living at so and so.
Yeah, in the middle of this country, in this city, exactly this address.
Yeah, I just realised that that's like.
Yeah, we can't just go.
Never
Oh,
something
hi,
I've
this
thought
person.
about.
Yeah.
I always like thought that streamers were like friendly with their chats. It's like I've never realised that you can't have that kind of conversation.
Yeah.
With because it's streaming.
Hello, full name, address, and location. How are you doing today? Okay, so you are heading straight to the Grazefeld Castle. What is River's out in kind of bars collecting that information so you guys can share that when you meet back up. Akari and Kurenai, are you guys going with someone else or are you going with Anlair? Or are you off
I
on
think
your
we
own?
might just tag along with Alnair. They don't really so much have the whole giving that guy a piece of their mind thing in mind, but hey, hanging around with nobles, high society.
We love our society.
Kind of thing that Akari would want at least.
I just realized, do they have flying ships here?
Why?
Because that, like, you see that, like, circular building that's just south of where the party's token is?
Yeah.
That's off the ground.
What do you mean?
Is it?
You could look at its shadow to the northeast. It's a tower.
Don't worry about that. Well, that's
Which
not.
means
No,
that
that's
these, like,
no,
pontoons
because
coming
those are
off
too
it-
small. Those are too small.
No, these are these ones.
Dragon mail. Got ya. Fuck you.
Fair
I win.
enough. What
Can
about
these
the
not
boats?
be- these dock bits could be at the bottom. It could be like a.
Well, is it not
perspective.
like a cliff face? Like, look. If you again look at the shadow of the
It could be-
dragon's neck.
Yeah, but this.
Which,
could be
by the
like
way, this
dug
is a
out.
giant dragon. If you hadn't spotted.
No, it's got
Again?
it's got tentacle things on the front.
You could just like dig
Just
this
its
bit out so
beard.
that it's a direct path into the tower. rather
Dude,
than
what
into the
beard
thing.
has bones in it?
Oh, fucking no, dragon beard.
You don't have a bone beard?
That
No.
looks like a dragon's head to me.
So annoying. I've got to take a hacksaw to my face every like.
I mean, it could have
Few weeks.
spikes just on the bottom of its head, and that might look like a beard.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
find out what creature this is, and I'm gonna send it. And I'm gonna horrify
Like
you.
a bearded dragon.
I'm pretty sure this is a dragon because it's got like the rest of the city's in the shape of a giant wing.
No, that's not built around bone. This is kind of a built sea protection wall, so this is a lot of rocks. This is a skull, but it wouldn't extend any more this way.
Okay, just
Be a
suspiciously
serpent.
wing shaped.
Bro,
Maybe
you look,
it's like
you look into
feet.
my lore too much.
Yeah, I don't think you understand the process of getting a picture off Pinterest. to
Yeah,
represent it.
this ain't even my fucking city. I've just fucking nabbed this from that on Instagram.
The process pretty
Casa
much. Yeah, that looks about right.
Casa Stereo 89. There you go, on Instagram. Right, so straight up to the castle, you've got Akari and Kurina behind you. River is happily kind of gathering information and playing in kind of pubs and restaurants along the way. Freyja, what are you doing just before we go into this long bit of dialogue?
I'm in the market, straight up trading it, and by it I mean
Yo.
my goods.
Okay, if you just want to ping me whatever you're selling, I can give you prices. And we will get that done. Okay, Alnair, you wander up to the castle and you are going to be stopped by guards who kind of, you know, cross their spears and look you up and down. May we help you? Bro's
Sorry,
Bro got
I was
shy.
muted.
Bruh.
I seek an audience with Grazefeld.
For what purpose?
I wish to talk about him about a quest he has posted.
Sorry, could you speak up?
I wish to talk to him about a quest he has posted.
Sure, I don't think he's posted any quests, but we'll go in and ask, I guess. One of the guards kind of steps in, comes back out, and kind of gestures for you to come in.
I'll follow.
Okie dokie. Do you have a picture of the Lord of Grazefeld yet, or have you yet to meet him?
No, we've yet to encounter him.
Oh, wonderful. You know what his bratty little fucking son looks like, though, don't you?
Yes.
What do you mean? He's not punchable at all. I want to find him again.
Oh
just
wait, the
for-
son's probably back here by now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Why do I get the feeling that a fair few of these people might not have missed the sun?
Yeah, you can tell by the look on some of the maids' faces that he's currently kind of trying to chat up. Really,
Maybe.
they're
Hello
done
again.
with this shit. Oh, hello.
I've come to have a chat with your father.
Wow, look at the time on that. Wow, it is bath time. Do any of you ladies? And like they all just flip him off. He goes, "I'm gonna go have a bath by myself," and he just kind of turns around on one
do
leg
that.
and walks off really stiffly. All right,
Man, am I right? I'm gonna keep walking.
the king is kind of seated on his throne. He is a big
Wait,
fucking
you said he's a
chunky
king
man.
here?
Sorry, Lord of Grazefeld. He has his own little throne. He thinks he's the king, like not of the world, but of his little city. You know.
Greetings.
Greetings.
You posted a quest.
I did. I assume you have developments for me?
I wanted to have a chat.
Right.
I don't know if it's do your guards know of this quest?
Some do.
Do the ones currently present know of it?
He kind of waves some of them out, but others stay.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna drop some formalities here. What the fuck were you thinking?
He just kind of blinks at you. Come now.
What?
You've had some fun with friends and lost a few bets.
You gambled your daughter away!
It was jokingly. I was a little bit drunk and didn't realise he brought out a contract.
Jokingly? Where is she then? Where is she if it was a joke?
Well, that's what the bloody quest is for. If you don't want it, go away.
You are not worthy of your position.
Well, that's
Hope
not for
you know
you
that.
to decide, is it? The position of the person who rules this city is the strongest man or woman alive. And thus, that is me.
Do you think you could
Wait.
be the queen in a
When
1v1?
Well,
when you
she's the
started
leader of
saying
Zenith.
chunky, did you mean muscly or fat?
No, chunky, muscly.
Ah, okay. I was envisioning fat when you said that.
No, there's a picture in chat. He's like a big muscly guy.
Oh, I missed that.
The Queen is different. She is a familial bloodline that rules the whole of the Cradle. This Grazefeld city has always been ruled by whoever can beat the current ruler. If you
Right.
so wish to argue, then fight me to the death.
Oh, it's to the death?
Well, yes.
Very tempted to take
And
you
this
up
is
on that.
legal?
Very legal. As long as both parties agree and sign a contract, then yes. The only caveat is my family, should I ever be defeated, will be cared for and offer housing at the castle until they move on with their lives. As for any other ruler that attempts to rule. Also, once a challenge has been made, no challenge can be made for an additional month in order to allow for regeneration of any sort, blah 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 blah.
Okay, right.
It means that two people cannot immediately challenge one after the other, and thus creating an unfair advantage. There's a whole load of fucking rules.
We could just have Kurenai kill this guy legally.
I don't think Kurenai would win in her current state, if I'm honest with you. So, maybe not, you know.
Right, now, clearly you're
trying
not
to
in the
help
mood
me
for
with
the
this.
quest, so run along. I'm done with you.
No, don't you worry. I'm doing your quest. Not for you, though.
Fine, then you don't get the money.
Doing it for your daughter. You
Great.
clearly didn't deserve this shit.
Well, you know, like I said, it wasn't exactly expecting the man to bring out a contract after I said it.
Uh-huh. Who was this man? Was it Brizband?
And why did you sign the contract?
He was
It's-
drunk.
Well, no, it didn't require signing. It took words from what I had said and signed it for me.
Mm-hmm. Was it Brizband?
Perhaps. Not that I like to admit that greedy fucking merchant beat me in a game of cards, but it's fine. I'm sure I'll win it all back in our betting tomorrow.
How often do you bet
You're
against him, and how often do
playing
you actually win?
Again?
No, we're not playing cards again. I always win the bets about the fighting competition that's coming up. He likes to bet on those as well. He has a lot of people in our workforce for cleaning stuff up around there. Selling weapons and stuff. I don't know. I don't keep up with him much. He's a bit too frivolous for me.
Right. Oh, so he's in the city right now.
No, he will be as of tomorrow when he comes to visit me tomorrow morning. And then he'll be around for the fighting the day after, obviously. No,
I
needs
see.
to see if he wins. Here you go. Here's your sea creature. Finally found one that works. Let's not send it in memes, because that would make no sense. So, the island is built around this creature. That's the head of it. And then, like, the body goes off and builds most of the coast.
Okay. And were you expecting to send your son off as well? Because we bumped into him on the road.
Oh, yeah, so I sent him off intentionally as a bribe to get her back. Because he's kind of useless. I'm sure you'll agree with that.
You wanted to trade your son for your daughter.
Well,
By
yes.
chance, is your daughter the better fighter?
Yes. And more intellectual and better with the ladies and the men. She's, you know, superior. Despite being a woman and younger.
Oh, he's sexist too. Okay.
So, you know,
Right.
I was offered a trade and I sent him around to make that trade, but then he came back, like the little disappointment he is, so I was right in my decisions. I plan to probably sell him off to Brizband tomorrow, actually, if no one accepted the quest, but here you are. I'm still tempted, though. Like he's really struggling to find someone. All of his words.
What does he need someone for?
Well, in the case that I am not challenged before I die, unfortunately, my eldest takes my place.
Oh, so you want your eldest to not be your son?
Technically, if he marries someone superior, that person I can choose on my deathbed and in my will to take over instead. Because they're technically family. You know.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll be challenged before you die.
I very much doubt it. Not many people strive up to my level of expertise.
Mm-hmm. I'll see you soon, Grazefeld.
Goodbye,
Turn and leave.
Castro boy. Okay. So
That went well.
Blue's
Yeah,
gonna
you got
look
lots
up
of
at you.
information.
Why'd you go talk to the funny man with the beard?
Oh, you know him?
No, he's just a funny man with a beard.
Oh, it's because I'm angry at him.
Oh. Why is he wearing a bird person or a furry person around him?
Because he thinks it looks nice.
Can I have one?
He's
I'm sure we
mistaken.
can find you a pelt or something.
What's a pelt? Is that like a belt
pelt
with a
is-
P?
It's it's the skin of an animal, a furred animal specifically, I believe.
Not people skin.
No, that'll probably be looking at it if I had to guess. Bear. He's wearing.
How did you kill a bear? I couldn't even kill a rat. How many rats would it take to make a pelt?
A lot.
Aww.
Although I suppose you're quite small, so maybe 3 or 4 in your case.
Yay! Can I go get a bear one?
You want a bear pelt?
Yes, please.
Might be a bit big for you.
I can grow into it. I'm gonna get super big one day sometimes.
I believe you, little man.
Yippee! And you get Kemmer saying yippee as well. Alright, so
You also want a bear pelt.
Yippee!
Okay, right. We're gonna have to go looking for some bears then, aren't we?
They both get really fucking excited. So
I will be doing the fighting though.
you can just purchase them in the city. Like there's quite a lot of you want to kill the bears yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna make you fight that. I know you're gonna win against 2 normal ass bears. Unless if it's the 2 female bears from the Bible, but you know, I don't think it's them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
That seems like such an out of left field comment.
Oh, don't worry, George could tell you all about the 2 female bears from the Bible.
Okay. I can't remember who the guy was, but there was a guy going up a hill, and he was a messenger of God, and 42 young children came out of their homes as he was walking up this hill, and they said, "Go up the hill, Baldy." And he was so mad that he summoned 2 female bears to maul all 42 children to death.
Brilliant. I love the Bible.
There's no other moral to that story.
Yeah.
Other than, I guess, don't make fun
Don't
of
call people bold or you'll be mauled to death by a bear. Oh. Alright, so as you guys can see on the map, the kind of circular buildings up near the top are kind of these, you know, not quite beach side, but, you know, there is like a walk path along the barrier, and then there's a beach just up here. Really lovely buildings where you could have, you know, kind of discussed to meet later on in the day. But
Yo, this flautist is going crazy right now.
Bro. So you can discuss what you discovered if you'd like, River.
Yeah. So I think I put it somewhere.
Put it somewhere.
Let me just scroll.
No worries.
Okay, I have no idea where it would have been. It would have been where I typed it and copied it out.
It would have been in your private chat.
Yeah,
let's see.
but I thought I changed it around
I feel
a
like either general team notes? Yeah.
The general team notes, that's where it would have been.
I'll copy paste it into
so I've written it in general team notes.
Yeah, I'll copy paste it in here, but go ahead and like talk about it as well, just in case someone misses what you're talking about.
So, I went playing around town, different taverns just to play. And as is common, people talk about things there. Things they shouldn't. Things that it's good for us to hear.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll explain all the stuff that's in the written. No.
She plays
It's been
2
written down.
elves, a little drunk at the Bayle Badger.
Yeah, so as he was kind of playing his instrument, he overheard some various conversations between different, different levels of society. So, one about kind of having the next shipment of weapons ready soon with little shits that are so easy to care for. And selling a bunch of cheap, shitty weapons for the arena. A human and Ivan-T talking about new people coming in and starting at the docks, but those who aren't useful being good for the fish shop, which is one of the locations you guys know about. And in the very expensive area, 2 very noble Aarakocra discussing relics coming into the city, and the Kenku being very easy to keep around. Because when they get out, they can just pretend that they're the children of theirs, and they don't know many words since they're Kenku, and thus can't complain. As for the hotel, would you guys like to rent kind of a penthouse altogether? Because it would be cheaper.
How does Brizband persistently seem to get more scummy every time we hear more about them?
I don't know.
Yeah. Bro's on evil mode.
Yeah, would you guys like to rent a penthouse for 15 gold or individual rooms for about 5 gold each?
Would we rather pay 5 gold each or 3 gold each? Although actually, no, it wouldn't quite be 3 because Adelin's not here.
You can pay
Do
3
we
each.
get our own, like, rooms still within the penthouse?
Yeah, you get your own room.
Okay, I'm fine with getting the penthouse then.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, 3 gold each then for the penthouse, and kind of a breakfast that will be brought up to you.
Oh, huge.
Okie dokie. So, go ahead and discuss as the night rolls on and you get ready for the next day.
Alright. I learned that Brizband will be here in this town tomorrow
Oh,
for
okay.
the tournament.
That's interesting, man. That kind of throws off the plan I was thinking.
Oh, what plan did you have?
I was considering disguising myself as an information broker, gaining his trust by saying that this party was going to attack one of his assets and then attacking it, and then requesting a private meeting with him, poisoning the drink, drinking the antidote beforehand, sharing it with him, and then leaving.
That's a complicated plan.
Well, I mean, it's a complicated matter.
Yeah.
Well,
It's not a simple thing, assassination.
Could just try and jump in when he leaves. Bandits and all that. They could write it off as.
do you have the poison already?
Not yet, no.
Okay. Because
I don't know how easy that is to get.
We could probably poison him tomorrow if you want. I imagine he'll have like a little, I forget what they're called.
Entourage?
Like a viewing platform thing.
Oh yeah, like a
At
skybox.
the Colosseum.
Mm.
Yeah. The Castro name, you may be able to share one with him.
So, your plan is for us to go into his private box, poison him, come out unpoisoned, and then be like, who did that?
Excellent plan.
I mean, is that not what you were planning to do anyway? If you were sharing the drink with him?
No, because I'm disguising. I'm using alter self to disguise as someone else. If I do that, I can't use the Castro. No, unless you want me to frame one of our family members.
I see. No, that I didn't realize you were planning on transforming.
I think that wasn't mentioned in the plan.
It was. I said disguise myself.
I think I got it.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I guess we both just missed it.
You're just not on the same wavelength as me and River.
Well, either way, there would be an absolute prime time to quietly off him when the crowd is cheering loudest.
Yeah, but then he's going to be dead at the arena.
Yes, but if you manage to get in and out without being seen, or
that's a big if. That's like the if,
in a different form. You know, if they're looking for a person of specific description, and suddenly you're not that person, that person doesn't exist.
Do we know if he's like magically or physically powerful, or is he just a run-of-the-mill noble?
He probably has magical items just from how rich he is.
Yeah, most of his trade is in relics and magical items.
I definitely think we need to talk through more strategies. I also think that we shouldn't get overexcited by the fact that he's here now. You know, once he goes, it's not like we've missed our only chance.
True.
Yeah.
If we can't find a suitable strategy or plan to kill him now, then we shouldn't.
Miria kind of gestures to the map that you got. Well, according to Blue, he came by and visited that location. It may very well be that he visits the other ones, and if they're private locations, be a little easier to off him there.
That's a good point.
You would.
That's true. That's also a big if. We don't know which ones he'd go to and when he would go to them.
It'd be easiest to get someone on the inside that you could then replace with your little disguise self spell.
That's true. I could infiltrate like that.
I could also wild shape into something small.
That's always
Why?
a touch, like a flea or something.
With the
and just,
box, the box would go into the wild shape form, or the cube,
that's true.
and then I
I
can...
want to kidnap him using the cube.
That wasn't the original
That is
plan,
an option.
but that is a good new option.
Because that doesn't leave a trace. Is there anything about the cube that requires like willing creatures, or is it just?
No, it just erases that space. Well, not erases it. It grabs everything in the space around it.
If he doesn't know about the cube thing, if we teleport him forwards and back using it, he could end up sliced in half.
Well, I think it's better to just take him to the second location, which is a library that basically no one else knows of, and just like jump him there.
We could also pretend we're selling the box to him.
Oh, that is big. Pretend we're selling the box. I could like alter self to some kind of merchant. Pretend to be selling the box. Be like, come in here and let me demonstrate. And then, like, when we get to the other end, just like all of you guys are there and you just like fucking jump him.
Yeah, I could hideous laughter him. I could hold person.
Old person goes kind of crazy.
Yeah, like if I hold person him the second he gets through.
Pretty good.
I mean, hells, you could whole person him, then activate the cube.
Yeah, I mean that would require that it's just us and him when we are selling it.
That's assuming we're
I've
going for the selling
ever
plan.
seen him alone.
I imagine he probably won't be alone very often. It's also a very public space.
There's also, after the tournament, he'll leave the city. We can pose as bandits.
Pose as opposed to simply acting as?
But it depends what evidence. How much collateral damage is acceptable?
See, that's the real question.
That's also true. The other thing, which we are definitely overlooking here, is we could absolutely take any evidence we find that is solid and provable to the Queen.
I assumed that we weren't doing that because that will just get him arrested, and you wanted him dead.
He can probably just get himself out of arrest. It could get him executed. I don't know.
He'd be tried for execution, but you're pretty sure, like, because of his business, he'd probably just be able to still operate from jail. Like, he would be put in jail rather than executed, and his empire would continue to run, though not without without the slavery part. Like, he would get to still run his business as long as it changed.
What happens when we kill him? That's something we've not considered, because
does someone else
just take over? Yeah. Like, I know we want to kill him for personal reasons, and I mean that's satisfactory enough for me. But
it might not stop the slavery.
No.
Why don't we kill him and then just kill whoever does the slavery next?
It depends. If we keep not leaving any evidence, eventually they'll get the message that they can't keep.
That's true. Eventually it's going to become a very undesirable position.
Either that, or we leave a lot of evidence as a message to who may take his place.
It would
but no evidence that
we did it, or evidence that he was killed?
Evidence he was killed. And for the reasons he was killed for.
Yeah.
Because this is a crime we're committing.
Yes. Well, obviously we don't want to be tied to it, but if we were to, if his body was found in a very, awful position, and he was surrounded by, writings in blood, his blood, of what he's done, no one's going to want to repeat that.
Yeah.
I mean, do we want people to know it's a murder? Because obviously that comes with the benefits that you said, in the sense that it sends a message to the right people. But it
they might
also means an
investigate it.
investigation is started.
Yeah.
Very true.
It depends on how confident we are with our method, essentially.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely do you think it is we will be able to gain the Queen's approval to be the executioners?
I think likely, but isn't it sort of irrelevant? Because, I mean, the Queen doesn't have complete... Or does she? Does she have executive authority over the legislative branch?
So,
Like, if she says...
the
this is
Queen
how the
can
law
order
works.
his execution, but you would need absolute evidence for that to happen. Like, she cannot just order a random execution.
And he's probably going to be really good at weaseling his way out of it.
Yeah, there is a council that stands under the Queen in order to make sure that, 1, she's not been replaced and is just suddenly ordering execution. 2, she's doing it of sound mind, of her own sound mind. And 3, it's not unjust. Like, they would have to still go through an investigative process.
And he is a noble, so it would be like
Yeah.
not only would it be a really thorough investigation, which he could take advantage of, but there's a massive like political aspect to it. Like the Queen may be like, yes, I can see that he's wrong, but executing a noble carries like political consequences that I don't want to face.
Yeah, he holds a lot of power in the trade industry, so like a lot of places would shut down without his business. So like a lot of trade companies that move between places would not have business without him, whether they're aware of what he does or not.
Does he have an heir?
Not that you know of, no.
Okay. Do we know who would? Has he got like a cousin or an uncle that's next in line, or is it too ambiguous?
No, he's only ever been known as just, Brizband, just that guy. Anyone that really looks into him doesn't really get anything. Or no one really has looked into them.
How well do we know the Queen? Does the Queen like subterfuge and intrigue?
I don't think we know her very well.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we've had like one proper meeting with her.
Yeah, we had one meeting because we won that year's adventurous thing. And then the whole...
All the rest of that
Life
stuff
Amber?
was, I think, just an extension of that one meeting.
Yeah, that was just
Was it
complete chance that happened when we were there.
Okay.
Unless...
Because we could always convince the Queen personally and be like, obviously, there's a risk he weasels out of it. Do you want us to off him? Because then you can just grant the
That's kind of
the
what I was
vassal to someone
thinking.
else, essentially.
That's still...
I
That
feel
requires
like
her
her
knowing.
just, like, pardoning, like,
She might be better not
excusing his
knowing.
murder would be just as bad, if not worse, than, like, in terms of how things are for her.
No. We're saying that she doesn't publicly know what's happened to Brizband.
Yeah, but she's there. I don't know. I feel like
She will just choose someone to replace him.
Also, what if she
Someone.
says
Got no
no? You're not
obvious
allowed to
successor.
do that.
Trustworthy.
That's the other thing, yeah. Because then if we do it, it's like we're incriminated pretty much.
Yeah, we are admitting to having done it, basically, if it happened. And also, if she
it's
says
illegal
no,
to
we
even
go
have those kinds of
okay, and then
plans.
someone else does it. That's really bad.
Freyja,
Okay,
your
so-
microphone picks up your breathing.
What's picking up my
Like-
breathing?
Your microphone.
Mike,
Your mic.
Oh.
but only like
Oh,
Yeah, it was only a tiny bit until that big exhale, and then it was quite obvious.
I only heard the one
Yeah,
big
like,
XL.
yeah, that was the main one I heard. Would you guys like dinner in the grand hall downstairs?
We could do. We'd have to stop
Did someone
talking
just
about
come
this.
in and ask that?
Yeah, the maid will kind of knock on the door. You know,
We'll have to hold the conversation.
oh.
Sure.
Guys, do we want
very
dinner?
eager for that.
I've changed my input volume, so let me know if that keeps happening.
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, that,
You know, there's a
good.
few notable
Have them
people,
all
and
playing.
well, if you'd like to join the band on stage, we'd be more than happy to pay for your dinner.
Everyone's eyes just light up a bit. Ooh. Yeah.
Right. Sure.
Although, no, go for it. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong.
It's
We can always continue our conversation like that.
Yeah.
It's open until about 2 a.m. Musical night that tones down around midnight. Drinks are with your meal, so, you know, drink as much as you like. Though, if you are planning to participate, well, actually, no, it's not the fighting competition tomorrow. There's no rules on drinking for tonight. If you do plan to stay here again tomorrow and drinking for competitors will be cut off at 9 p.m. There's a strict rule on.
Not understand a word
I think you cut out towards the end of
Oh,
that.
my apologies.
You got very muffled.
Drinking for competitors tomorrow evening will cut off at 9 p.m. to ensure that nobody goes into the battles drunk. It's one of the rules the previous lord set.
I know if you entered that.
Right, perfect. Well,
Feels like a weird rules. It's only disadvantaging yourself if you do that.
the lord may or may not have had an encounter with a drunk barbarian. Well, come down whenever you feel like it. And she's gonna kind of wander off. It knocks on other doors to get people to come down as well. Rightio. In terms of people there, I'm going to send a few. This guy is sitting alone by himself, kind of drinking, you know, watching the music. Seems very, you know, happy and jovial about it all. Where are my other nobles that I've immediately lost? Well, not nobles, but people of high society. We have this guy who's got a few women. Some of them, you'd have to get out the big alchemy book to question how old they are. Is sitting and drinking with them.
Okay, what?
You'd have to use the alchemist's book to like check their race and age to see if they're legal to be drinking that alcohol. But he's drinking with a bunch of women.
Sus.
Is he also young? He looks like he could be young.
He's human years about 29.
Okay, so it's sus.
He's got definition in his face. Got an old druid kind of sitting next to the totally not leave a star in alone, okay? There's kind of this guy who's sitting near the band and kind of playing. His little owl is singing along, not hooting, singing along. And then sitting next to him is this guy who isn't joining in, but his bird's kind of creating a bit of tweeting. And then there's a few less notable figures. These are the ones that would catch your eye, and by that I'm saying no one else is prepared. They are all NPCs who do not have names until you load them into the map. All right. The guy kind of looks at you, and the owl, who is a really nice singer actually, just kind of continues to hum along to the song. You alright, lad?
Yeah, I was just liking the music as a musician as well. And are you happen to also be a druid?
Yes, I am.
That's what I am as well.
Wonderful.
I was just drawn to a like-minded person.
Yes, well, we do kind of sense each other's presence. Are you having a good evening?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah, it's going very well. We have quite an esteemed guest tonight, and he kind of gestures to the Astarian-looking figure. Doesn't often come around here.
I don't recognise him.
He owns a lot of
esteemed.
he owns a lot of the real estate around here, and in other cities actually. Kind of a big name around. But you know,
What's the name?
Yeah. Zach's really good at asking questions.
Big name. That's not one that I know.
Oh, that's interesting. Well,
So is.
What's the damn name?
That's what I'm doing.
He's known as
What's the word, isn't
Recalus. There's supposed to be double K in that. I'm really smart. Here we go. He goes around and, you know, he's quite a nice man, really.
Nice. Yeah, I suppose I need to buy a house.
Yeah.
Probably a good
Well,
spot to go.
yeah, businesses, houses. He's
Ooh.
in charge of quite a few kind of governmental buildings as well, like orphanages and things like that. Very, very lovely
Very
man.
Yeah.
Good few holy houses as well, actually. I believe he helped to set up the Holy House of Healing, the academy.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. You as the song kind of comes to an end, the owl shifts forwards and then kind of stands up fully to look at you. Fair enough.
Wait. Were they owl and now they're a human?
Yeah, they
form, or
were
is that
owl
like-
and now they're human form.
Do you prefer singing as an owl?
It charms the children a little more.
That. Ooh.
I don't know. It depends the kind of audience I'm playing for. In certain places, I will play in human form with a little less clothing. But certain places.
Fair enough. The first bit is might help me out in future if I.
Yes, if you're ever entertaining for a harder to please crowd, usually some magical theatrics are quite entertaining.
I think I'll leave the second version to you.
I'm sure you look good with less. I don't know.
Maybe, but it's not about that.
Oh, Fae have a way with movements after all.
Yeah, don't want to necessarily go too far into it.
May I dance with you?
If you want to, yeah.
Wonderful. She's gonna kind of like basically just kind of scoop you into a dance.
Oh, okay.
She's very elegantly moving around the room. And you guys kind of see River just get dragged away from this conversation straight into a dance with this lady.
There we
Should
go.
should I see how well I can follow along?
Yeah, see how well you can
Would it
dance.
be
Performance, yeah.
Okay, I'm very glad that I grabbed proficiency in that.
Hell no, right now.
Oh, let's hope this goes well. Yes, this
Ooh.
goes great.
I was gonna
Wait,
do.
expertise in performance.
I was gonna send this if you got a really bad roll. It's my favourite bird of paradise. I fucking love him.
That's an actual bird.
Yeah, that's a bird of paradise. There's like so many species of birds of paradise. I'll look up more for you. So they're really unique birds.
I'll be right back.
Where all of the males do intricate dances. So this is another bird of paradise that basically moonwalks to attract a female. They are my favourite bird. I could nerd out about. I'm probably gonna get all autistic of this, but there's this one. I think that's actually the same one, but a different. No, it's not. It's a different bird. But the blue one's my
It
favorite
looks so unhinged.
because it's
Okay,
its face.
Yeah, I like its colours.
one of my favourite
As you
birds
can
of
guess.
paradise is known more for its call.
I like this.
Because it's able to mimic sounds very well. And unfortunately, due to rampant deforestation, a lot of them are constantly making chainsaw noises.
Bruh.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah,
The-
it's quite
oh.
sad, but it's also really funny.
Yeah, birds of paradise. Peak.
No, but like I like to
peak bird.
imagine like
Yeah.
imagine you hear one of those birds just like while you're walking through the woods. Do you imagine how scary that'd be?
Another brilliant one is the bird of paradise who creates a boy band. Hear me out. So
Yes.
the lead boy will be at the front of this dance line and they will choreograph a dance routine to perform to the female, with the male ending up at the front to then try and mate with the female, and if he does not succeed, the next man in line tries. Brilliant birds.
How do they know when they're successful?
The woman will let them approach.
Oh, okay.
But like, why as humans do the women have to dress up? Boys, try harder. Take birds. Look at the second one up. Like, he's long. The fucking boy
Should
band.
we also bring 2 friends along when asking to have sex?
Yeah.
How far are we taking? If they say no, just like, oh, right, Zach, you have a go.
I don't know, it's just my favourite argument whenever men are like, oh, it's unnatural for us to kind of like dress up and wear makeup and stuff, and I'm like, birds of paradise, my dude. They are flamboyant as fuck.
Like the 1800s, high heels and makeup men wore a lot as well. It's only recently.
Why?
Like, high heels and makeup are just in general not natural for either gender.
Yeah.
Well, they were for rich people.
I don't know. I
not
want
natural.
a man to bring me a colourful stick, like that one meme where he's like, "Do you want yellow? Do you want blue?" But why does men have to be normal when men could do this to me? Look, I would be entranced. Anyway, we've gotten really off topic and I forgot where we were. Oh yeah.
Shiro body dysmorphia about his plumage.
One sec.
He's gonna be like,
Actually,
"What am I?"
no, this is really on topic. She's going to attempt to seduce you.
Right.
Oh god. Are you seduced? Her movements are very, very hexing.
Like magic levels?
Perhaps.
Right.
Can you roll me a wisdom save?
I feel
Oh
like
my
you
God!
have,
I have
to do with enchantment.
I don't have advantage against being. Okay, hold on. Let me just.
He has advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Oh, there you go.
Because he's Kalashtar. He has advantage on wisdom saves.
I have advantage
Okay.
on them.
Yeah, so
Oh
you
yes,
have
you have
advantage.
advantage on all wisdom saving throws. I need to put that. Oh no, I have put it down. Actually,
Can you not beat it?
unless I get a nat 20, I can't beat it.
Well, you've got a 1 in 10 chance for 2 rolls.
Unless I get like.
Damn. You guys watch River getting River's gonna get gently pulled out of the room by this giggling woman.
Oh, there goes my performance.
We've just witnessed
It's a different kind of
You've just witnessed a kidnapping.
Guys,
What?
I'm not being funny, but missing out on a performance is not very River.
I mean, she was very attractive.
Sure, but I mean that's also something that River's never, it's not a particular weakness of his.
Not that we've seen, at least.
No, I mean I don't want to chase it up because it would involve potentially interrupting something.
Exactly.
Hold on. What resources do we have at our disposal here? I could. Oh no, I don't have the right stuff prepared. I could send in Loki.
Good.
Oh, hold on, I'll bear it back.
I'm gonna go talk to the druid man that owl was sitting on the shoulder of.
Sure.
Um,
Hello, son. How are you doing?
is our friend gonna be okay? He doesn't usually go off with women.
Oh, is he more of a attracted to men?
No, he's just never really shown interest in either.
Oh, but she's quite a seductive woman.
I'm inclined to agree, but this is very unusual of him.
You know, let the boy have some fun. Come on now, we all crave it all.
Right,
She's
I'm
gonna
back. Do we have a river rescue?
He's gonna kind of get up and like pat your shoulder and kind of wander back to his table to get some food.
Don't you have like sending or something?
Message.
No, you're thinking. I have message. Do I have line of sight with river?
No, he's out of the room.
No.
He may be locked in another room.
Locked?
Perhaps.
Guess we'll
Kidnapping.
find out when I come back.
Yeah.
I've not done one yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit at a quiet little table,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna do an augury for not going to help River.
That you wouldn't get an answer because it is unsure with all of the possibilities of what you could do instead.
Yeah, not doing an action is much more open-ended than doing an action.
Because the thing is, if you're not going to go save River and instead want to pour hot coffee on yourself, that's a woe. You know, there's many a people in here that could both woe and wheel you. So I guess you get an answer of both.
Does anyone else have any ideas?
Is anyone else having what?
Any ideas?
How about if we don't see him again in more than, let's play it safe, 2 hours?
That's a lot of time for nefarious mischief.
True.
Are you suspecting that they're a Fae or something?
I'm always suspecting someone's a fae, but
I would
thought
actually.
in this-
Can I insight what the man said?
Sure,
Did it?
go ahead.
Did it feel like he was covering, or does he just genuinely believe that River's having a good time right now? That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, he seems... I don't think there's anything he said that's particularly odd. I don't know, it was all kind of fanciful words. It's not like he said anything direct.
Right, I'll tell you what. I'm going in. I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
And did we see where they went into, or did we
No,
just see-
you just saw where they went out of.
Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna ask around to see if anyone saw it. Where
Okay.
River went.
There's a few drunk people outside and they're kind of like, a river? That way?
He an instrument man, a musical man.
Musical man. There's so many
big bird.
musical man. A big
Musical man and a big bird.
bird. There's lots of birds over there.
No,
We're
like a
pointing out the
bird-
window.
Yeah.
They have like an owl hood.
An owl. Oh, I saw an owl yesterday. Oh, there's a pretty owl in there. In the house. The house? In the hall?
Yes, do you know where that pretty owl is?
I think she went to the bathroom. She walked around that way. He kind of just
will
gestures vaguely down a hall.
Oh, fuck. I'm just gonna start knocking on doors.
Okay.
River! River!
You will hear a knock at your door, but she will attempt to silence you if she can. Or if you allow her.
She does not need to.
Okay.
I am very aware of the situation.
Okay. Would you keep quiet, or would you speak up?
I speak to her.
Okay, but when you hear Freyja knocking on the door saying River, will you ignore it?
Yes.
Okay, you will not find him, Freyja.
Fuck. I'm gonna go back to the others and go, guys, I could not find him. This is now a situation. This has officially become not okay. Does anybody else here care?
Miria kind of shrugs. He's getting some pussy.
Let him have his fun.
Do birds have pussies?
A cloaca. But that's beside the point.
Oh wait, no, she's not really a bird.
Well, I couldn't even... Okay. Let's say he was having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I would have still been able to find him, surely. He would have been like, oh, I'm
Well,
in here.
no,
but
if he
don't
didn't
come in.
want you interrupting, like...
Well, you know, if their
He probably
penthouse,
don't come in.
if their penthouse suites, you just knocked on the corridor and they're already in the bedroom, and maybe there's soundproofing in the higher up bedrooms.
We should test that.
Yeah.
No one else seems worried.
Well, you know, River is a
I'm gonna
strong,
mellow out.
capable, independent man.
Strong, I've got an 8 in strength.
He's a dexterous,
-1.
independent man.
A dexterous, I've got an 8 in that as well.
He's a smart, independent man.
We'll take that.
Wise. You want
Average
wise.
intelligence.
Wise.
You want wise.
He's a wise, independent
Yes.
man. With...
He's wise and charismatic.
Yes, he could talk his way out of trouble. If he's not here
If no
back
one-
in the morning, then we can perform a blood ritual to find him. I'm joking,
Charisma
I'm
can
joking.
also help to talk into trouble.
If no one else cares, I'll mellow out. But there is a strong "I told you so" if anything bad happens.
Yeah, you get those a lot.
Understandable.
Kenra and Blue are just stuffing their faces with like all of the, because it's very fancy people food, so it's like little bites of food. Like they're really tasty, but it's like a little meal in every bite. So they've eaten like 27 of each one, and now they're already onto the desserts. And each one they're like trying out the cheesecakes, and they're like, "Oh, you should try this one," and Kenra's like, "You should try this one," because they're just copying each other now. It's quite cute.
Don't eat too much, you two.
But I never had this before.
Yes, but if you overeat, you'll feel ill in the morning.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does.
Why?
Because your stomach is like too full and it hurts.
Can we dance instead? Can you dance with us?
You want me to teach you how to dance?
Yeah.
Alright then.
They both kind of get up and they follow you to the dance floor. Where's some kids dancing?
Do I need to roll?
Yeah, roll to teach.
Okay.
Oh yeah, in this one. Blue breaking it down on the dance floor.
Okay. I assume it's performance.
Yeah.
12. It's not bad.
Yeah, you dance pretty well. Blue and Kenra are like, you know, they're children dancing. They're not brilliant. And they're not at all like dancing fancy either. Like they're completely out of time with the like fanciful music that's going on. Yeah, it's fun. You still there, Freyja? Actually, let me...
Yes, I am. I'm just going to be sitting and worrying.
Okay.
And plotting, because I haven't forgotten our conversation we were having earlier.
Nice.
Seems like an eventful party.
Yeah. You guys want to talk to any of the other people I sent? I just saw your chat, babe. Can you buy me some poison? I'll buy you back later. X Adolin.
That's what I'll be going out to do first thing tomorrow.
Okay, yeah,
I just
brilliant.
know,
You could have done it at the store if you want.
Oh, could I?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Wait, which store?
You could have got it at the alchemy. Oh no, sorry, poison, not poison antidote. Yeah, you can just buy that tomorrow. Alright, let me put on the music that she would be singing, just for a bit. Skip. Okay. Yeah, that's a more like vibey dance music. So this would be the kind of voice that she was singing with. All right. Alright. Yeah, do you guys want to chat with anyone else in the room while I'm interrogating River? You've got kind of the nobleman surrounded by potentially underage women and fucking Asterion.
I feel is there almost a moral obligation to cockblock this guy?
Blonde guy, yeah, that's fair.
Alright. Who's going over to talk to him then?
I don't know, what do we want to say?
That's the wrong fucking thing. I don't know, are you going over, Freyja?
I don't know. I need a plan of action first.
Oh, okay.
No one else seems concerned about anything. Is everyone else here enchanted? River's gone missing. This guy's a paedophile.
I'm teaching the
Everyone's
kids
like,
how to
"I'm gonna,
dance.
teach the kids how to dance. It's like, no, there's a paedophile here. Deal with that first.
Just enjoy being at a party. It doesn't always have to be something going on.
It's not particularly my crowd. Alright, I will attempt to enjoy myself. What do you suggest?
What do you mean? What suggestions are you wanting?
I don't know, what does one do at a party like this then? Other than ignoring paedophiles, apparently.
You could enjoy the atmosphere?
Just gonna sit down for a second. Look around. No, I don't find it that enjoyable. Sorry, I gave it a go.
I'm gonna go
going
talk to
Sorry,
I wanna go talk to. Are you sure? I was only
Yes.
saying that because it sounded like you finished.
No, I think I started yapping without knowing what I was going to say. So you go.
Oh, fair enough. I'm gonna go talk to. Fuck, I've forgotten his name.
The Astarian looking figure?
Rakalis.
Yeah. Okay. As you kind of walk up, before you even get to his side, he kind of talks, and you just know it's to you, even though he's not looking at you. Beautiful party, isn't it?
Yes, it's quite enjoyable.
The chair next to him kind of shifts out, and he gestures for you to take it. Alnair Castro, yes?
Even move it.
No, it just moves by itself.
That's crazy. Yes, you're Ray Carlos, I hear.
Yes, I am. I've been reading about the papers. You won the thing they hold every year.
Correct, yes.
Yeah, every year. Sorry, time passes so quickly.
I assume that is an elvish plight.
Yes. He kind of gives like a smile, but doesn't ever really show his teeth. Like,
Is this guy just a Asterian?
Yeah,
no, he's
100%
not. I
just a
promise.
beast. I took one look at him and was like, "This guy's a fucking vampire."
No!
But I'm not saying like
He's not. He's just got one of those smiles where it's like you can't tell if it's genuine or not. Is what I was trying to say. Because like it's one of those smiles where they don't smile with their eyes. It's like just kind of a mouth
They
smile.
don't show their teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, when I smile enough to show my teeth, it ends up with my eyes being closed.
Oh.
So,
Oh. Are you enjoying the festivities? You seem to have brought kids along.
yeah, they don't like being left out, you know.
It's cute. Their dance moves were good for their age.
For their age, perhaps.
Yeah. It's good to see them enjoying life, you know?
Yeah. Well, they didn't have great lives before we found them.
Well, that's the beauty of things. Things get better with time.
I picked up on something I can't say it until I'm back.
So, what are your plans going forwards?
Well, I've got a tournament to participate in. But after that, I'll keep exploring. Adventure, as that is our role.
You searching for anything specific? He kind of drinks his wine as he looks at you.
what colour is the wine?
Red? It's wine, it's just wine. Like, there's a bottle he poured it from. I'll make up a funny wine name.
We've got a pale guy who won't show his
He's not
teeth,
pale,
who
he's
is drinking
tanned.
a red fluid from a wine glass.
He's tanned.
Oh,
He's not tan.
Oh, he's the same colour as me.
I will admit that by my standards, that is fairly dark.
You, Neptune, have the palest skin of anyone I have ever met.
Maybe he's a Mediterranean vampire, and this is actually.
On
gonna
the
quite
underside
pale.
of my forearms, my skin is practically transparent. I can trace the veins up to my shoulders.
No, it's just exploring, you know, going through the old ruins where we can. A lot of them are a little terrifying for us to actually manage at this point in time, but we're getting there. What about you? What are you up to?
Well, I'm contemplating whether or not I stick around for this competition going on. I've seen so many, they're kind of getting a bit boring now, but maybe there'll be some interesting competition this year. And he kind of looks you up and down.
Oh yeah, it's been stale the last few years then.
Well, you know, the winners have been good, but all of the pre-matches are pretty dull. Apparently they have some new ideas of how to spice it up this year. I don't know, I crave new experiences, really. It's dull around here. I don't know.
Forgive me for asking, but have you been around for a particularly long amount of time in that case? It's difficult to tell with elves.
Yeah, quite a while. I've seen a lot of places come and go. But it's good to see.
Are we talking like pre-shattering old here?
Perhaps.
Oh.
I
Out
don't.
of character question, would my, like, just checking if my characters would know this, is that like an age that elves typically last for?
Yeah, so they can last up to 2,000 years.
Okay.
As long as they're in good health and continue to gain levels, basically. Like, if they always stay level 1, they're not going to live that long. So they need to put some sort of effort in to live that long. I've got it written down that if you spent your whole life as doing basic manual labour, the most amount of levels you would gain is about 4. But if you put in additional effort, you can get up to kind of 10 without adventuring.
Okay. Do you have any interesting stories to tell from back then?
I don't like to talk about it much. It's a dark time.
Understandable.
Well, you know, I lost my family to that whole thing, so that's why I'm saying it's such a slow existence sometimes. You know, I'm surrounded by as many people as I want, anyone I want. I can have any luxury, but not the same as people. And he kind of looks behind you at, like, Kenra and Blue all enjoying their time with Freyja and that. You're lucky. Lifespan doesn't really mean a lot.
Maybe you should try adopting.
I don't know if that would work for me.
Understand.
I'm just unsure if I could provide the right things to a child that's not my own. But seeing others happy is what makes things good.
Yeah.
No. Do get in contact if you ever need anything. And should you continue to grow as you have, until your strength is bringing more than other adventurers, I may have some things that could be done. A few items I'm looking for.
Oh, quests.
Yeah. Some stuff left
Do you
over
wish to-
from the shattering.
Ah. Do you wish to tell me about them now and I can keep an eye out? Or...
There's one I want. Can I pull you aside?
Or what did he say?
Can I pull you aside?
Yes, of course.
He kind of reaches out, and as he, like, pulls you forwards, you both just kind of shift into another space. Freyja, you've watched another kidnapping.
Something's going on! Something wicked is happening and nobody cares! Oh no!
No, I think this one is a little bit more concerning than the other one was.
Oh, it's so dubious!
Oh, what the... Where are we?
So you will kind of appear, like, in an astral plane, basically, as he kind of wanders forwards to just continue chatting.
Wow. That's some crazy magic, sir.
Yes, well, I've been at it a while. You can see in this astral plane as well, usually there is a large set of clouds that separate the cradle and the world above. But
Yeah.
in this astral plane, you kind of stand on that cloud layer. You can see the cradle below, and you can see the terrain of the world above. So I will send
What?
you a general map of that.
Yeah. Oh my god. Holy shit.
So,
This feels like a level of significance I certainly wasn't expecting from this.
Yeah, no, same! I very much got the sense that Mist wanted me to talk to this person, so I was like, I'm gonna go talk to them. And then this
I
happened!
I feel like we were being pushed pretty hard towards this guy.
what? No, he's
I
not
planned
completely
for that.
lore relevant and a massive chunk of bread in my breadcrumbs. You don't need to talk to him at all. I wouldn't cry.
I will say, I've been having a suspicion about what his name might be, like a true name.
It does sound familiar, doesn't it? Recallus.
Let me just double check something in my own notes. There's no resemblance to the name that I was thinking of. I'm wondering if they're using a fake name, though.
He's gonna kind of turn to look at you.
What stuff in though?
Have you heard of the Horn of Beckoning Death?
I can't say I have.
In simple terms, if activated, a necrotic energy begins to radiate out and can travel thousands of feet. Anyone consumed by the aura will turn.
What, sorry?
Turn.
Turn undead?
Yes.
Why would you want such an item?
I don't want it for personal use. I want it out of the hands of someone else.
Oh, who has it?
It's gonna be Bayle.
It's gonna be Bayle. It's locked away, but a man is trying to retrieve it. If he gets his hands on it, as well as his hands on the heart of his previous master, their army would grow significantly.
Ooh.
Bayle.
Fucking course, it's goddamn Bayle. It's always fucking Bayle.
Why do you think I sought you out?
You sought me specifically?
People say fate has a way with the world, but fate can be
Who are
molded.
you?
Just regardless.
No, who are you really?
Regardless. Look, I have an interest in business, and I have an interest in removing that item and potentially finding others if you're able to retrieve me that one. It's obvious you've eaten the amber. As have I.
This guy just knows everything.
Forgive me for asking, which city did you live in?
The Elven capital.
I see.
One tree remains.
Where?
That I'm unsure of.
You just know there is one tree.
I know it's not been destroyed. The heroes stated that. Though the heroes never told which one it was.
The heroes?
Indeed.
Do you mean the Silverhawks?
Yes.
he knows of a living tree.
Obviously, I want that protected as well. But currently, my biggest issue, as Bayle does not know of that, is of the horn.
Right.
And what do you know about up there?
I just know what it looks of. The skies weren't as dark before. It's a
I see.
beautiful place, though. Well, so I've been told, but desolate. We always got the water that rained down. I've heard stories from my ancestors that that was once the abundant place when the world first shattered. But as water began to fall between the places, the Cradle is where it gathered. It's a dead place now.
Up there is dead, right?
Desolate.
Then what the hell?
Things such as that don't really need to be thought over.
Does it look desolate if I look up? Because you said I can see it.
Yeah, I need to actually... this doesn't say much. Yeah. I've only got one map, I haven't got the one without words, so just ignore the words.
Ignore the words.
Because this is one that's marked up. But it is, like, basically kind of deserty yellow and that kind of green. There's, like, a few forests you can see, but they're not really as lush. Like, looking at that from compared to the Cradle, it is desolate. Oh, nice job. Okay, River's gonna return to the party after a bit. He looks pretty happy.
Are you?
Hello, what? Am I what?
You return to the
What's my
party.
name?
Freyja? Why
Okay.
are you
What's his name? I'm gonna point to Kenru.
Kenru?
Yippee!
You good?
Yes.
Well, no, okay, yeah, I can see
What did you?
the concern.
What did you say to me when we travelled through the Fey Forest together?
Oh, I like that trick question. We didn't.
Okay, you're good for now. What is going on?
Yeah, so she was pretty good at using enchantment magic.
Okay,
She
so you
also
were
wa-
enchanted. I at one point I'm cashing in and I told you so.
What did you talk? Okay, you have to. Do I told you so with everyone else? Because I.
It was with
had-
everyone else. Yeah, you were enchanted. You're not
Yeah,
liable.
cool. Yeah, because she saw. She recognized blue. I think maybe Kenru. And was not very happy that we had them. And I was like, "Don't worry, we're on the same side." And then she said, "Hey, want to team up and go destroy everything?"
Destroy everything.
Okay, that was not very well worded. I will be saying this
Okay.
quietly, by the way, so that no one else
Yeah,
can
yeah.
hear. What did she say?
Then
She
are we destroying things?
wanted to burn their whole operations to the ground here
The
by
operation.
their Brizband.
Does she have anything to do with that guy that was over there? Twinkerbell just fucking yoinked Almer.
as you kind of say that and gesture over, Alner, he kind of just looks at you and nods and is gonna bring you back, and you're just both sitting in the chairs again. So as soon as she says Twinkerbell nicked Alner, you kind of gesture and they're both sitting there.
There he is! He went into fucking weird space.
I mean, no, she was with the druid musician guy.
Okay.
I mean, maybe they're all together. Maybe they're not.
I'm gonna
run
storm
over. I'm gonna
and
run over,
step in
guys.
front of
Guys.
Adolin.
You
Where
will
did
not
you
believe
go?
this. I went to a different it was like an astral plane, but like not here. It was like I was standing on the clouds in between the lower half and the upper half of the cradle, and I could see the top half.
Should we say that we finished dinner for tonight and
Yeah,
go
you can head back
regroup?
up, yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
on, I have some bio warfare to conduct. Before
Oh
we go back
god.
What?
Please go ahead.
As we're leaving,
Uh-huh.
once we're out of sight, I'm going to manifest Loki.
Okay.
I'm going to say to him, you do this as quickly as you can, okay? I want you to get in and out. The guy in there with the blonde hair,
Yep.
the armor, the single gold. Did Loki just yap me?
Yep.
I didn't know you could do that, but we'll discuss this later. He's got the gold shoulder plate, just the one. The other one is white. He's got a big gold circle in his chest. Okay?
Kind of nodding.
He's talking
Nod
to
along.
those suspiciously young girls. You are to go in. You are to fly over him. You are to defecate. You are to leave as quickly as possible. Am I clear?
He gives a salute with his wing and he flies off to commit the deed. Oh god.
There we go.
He is nowhere near quick enough to grab Loki after he gets.
Yes.
And Loki does it just so when he opens his mouth to speak, it goes right down his forehead and into his mouth.
No. Oh.
And all of the women kind of get up to leave him.
Oh my god! I haven't had dinner yet.
Oh god, I'm so sorry.
You guys weren't willing to do what needed to be done. No one else was giving me ideas. I saw it as a mandate to do as I please.
Alright, you guys can head back up to the room. As you're kind of
Yeah,
walking
that's
out as
in and out
well.
of character.
I don't
The-
think silence is generally supposed to be taken as permission.
Well, then you should start speaking.
The woman that River was with kind of wanders out of the room, like the feathers on her cloak kind of all a bit ruffled up, and she gives him a little smile and a wave before going back into the hall.
Oh my god! What happened? What happened?
You two must have had quite the fight before you figured out that you were on the same side.
Yeah.
What happened, River? You gotta tell me. Come on, man.
I don't have to.
You're right, you don't, but I'd really like to know.
The important part is she also hates Brizband and she wants us to work together.
Oh, so you didn't do the deed?
I didn't say that. I said the important part.
So you did do the deed.
Mayhaps.
Let's go. River's got a girlfriend, and she's based by the sound of things.
Well, one night, the River's not confirmed anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sounds less like a girlfriend and more like a one-night stand.
Yeah. That's up to River.
This better not jeopardize the mission, but
well,
congratulations on your sexual intercourse.
Well, if we agree, it could be like just add to the mission. Like
It's like more allies is not necessarily a bad thing.
Well,
Do we?
once we're back
how
in the
much
room,
do
I'll
we
be like, our goal. I mean, she was very much willing to kill me before it turned out we're on the same side.
That's
because
That
she
just
made the
means she's
assumption.
willing to kill Brizband.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because our currently
so.
our
Why did
plan
she
is
think you were with Brizband?
because we had a slave kid.
Oh, I see. That
I
makes
assured
sense.
her that we had rescued them both. Yeah, so that's why. Yeah, our current goal is just kill Brizband. We were concerned about who would take over next. She seems to not be concerned with that because she wants to just destroy the whole operation.
Okay.
Do we want to risk that extra involvement to then not have to worry about someone taking over?
I mean, I would
Sounds
say
pretty solid to me.
you make a good point about how originally she was jumping you, which is a good indicator, because it meant that she was quite prepared to kill someone working with Brizband.
Yes.
And if we get double crossed and it's all of us against her, I think as long as we don't take on too many allies that we become outnumbered, I think it's a...
Or too many allies that all betray us in the same instance.
Okay.
Just realize.
So she's on board.
This
Alan,
whole
where did you get-
situation was enemies to lovers.
Bruh.
I don't
true.
think
There was just one bed.
Isn't that like a fan
So, Alan,
fiction
where did you-
trope?
Yeah, it's my
Yes,
favourite
that's
one.
why Alna's pointing it out.
Both of them were fanfiction tropes.
It's my favourite one.
Or enemies to lovers, or
Yeah.
just one bed?
No, enemies to lovers. Just one bed's overdone. Also, if it's such an
I've-
issue, just top and
I've
tail it.
read enemies to lovers. I've never encountered the other one.
No, I'm not gonna
You've
go on.
got
I'm not gonna go on an
wait.
autistic rant about my AO3 days. But
I
Top
do
and
far
Tail,
too
very
much
good book.
AO3 stuff.
AO3 is good. No, Top and Tail was on Wattpad. That was probably the best and the only one bed that I actually cared about. Because it was basically just a meme on the whole trope, because they're like, oh no, there's one bed. Anyway, do you want to just top and tail it? You know, the relationship was made outside of the bed, obviously. Right. So, would you like to go, get her now, or do it later, or / the next day?
If you know where she is, go get her now.
Yeah, are we on board then?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, wasn't Freyja in the middle of interrogating me?
I wasn't. I just wanted to know where you got yoinked to.
So, yeah, no, I got taken to a different plane. And from that plane, I could see the top side. I could see the top of the cradle.
Ooh.
Shit's barren.
Okay.
It don't look good up there. I'm gonna be real. But he also gave us a quest.
We like quests.
Yeah, he wants us to find the... Was it Horn of Death calling?
Something like that, yeah.
He wants us to find the Horn of Death calling
Horn of Beckoning
before...
Death.
Horn of Beckoning Death before...
Horn of Beckoning Death.
Yes.
Would any of the rest of us have heard of it?
You may have heard of it in legend, being just like an ancient weapon. Freyja, since you studied at the library, you've probably also read about it being like an ancient weapon created by the necromancer, but never got used.
Now that's a nice weapon.
I wouldn't say nice.
Useful?
No,
Okay, so no weapons are nice.
It's very 100-mile radius within the horn is just turned into fucking undead. I don't know. It's not good.
Being undead isn't
You
that
could-
bad.
You could get all the people you like. You could gather a bunch of bad people and dig down, like really far.
The reason he is asking for it is because he wants it to be kept out of the hands of, and you'll never guess, Bayle the Dread. Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
Bayle. It's Bayle wants it. He's not going to be using it for
It
good
feels like
purposes.
every time you talk to us about something, it's because of a Bayle the Dread thing.
What can I say? I'm gonna kill him.
Okay, so that, I mean, did he give us any indication where that is, or?
No, he didn't. He just said that Bayle is trying to get his hands on it, and the heart of his old master, that necromancer we've heard a little bit about.
We have a heart, don't we? Is that the heart?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I? Do we just like
Wasn't it a fragment
fuck
of
this
the
thing
heart?
up?
Yeah, sorry, it's a fragment.
Oh.
There's
Well, we
5
can't- If we
fragments.
destroy this,
It's
can't get the full thing,
indestructible,
right?
from what you could have told.
indestructible.
You remembered you trying to destroy it before. Because it's part of a contract, that item cannot be destroyed. Or else it
How
would
much
render
extra
the...
health will we get if we find 4 of them?
A bit.
Extra health.
Well, if we find 4 heart
Zelda.
fragments, they'll form a container.
Oh, a heart container. Zelda moment.
Yep.
What if we don't technically destroy it, but like, I don't know, could we trap it in like a demi-plane or something?
I think anywhere that is not in our direct reach is at risk of Bayle finding it. Remember, he is a powerful sorcerer.
That is true.
I'd say that anywhere within our direct reach is probably at risk of him getting it
That's
too.
also true, yeah.
Yes,
Like,
but
if
at
we ran
least
into
then
him
we have
now.
a chance to stop him. Whereas
I
on a
don't know about
demi-plane...
that at the moment.
Tokyo, you stupid fuck!
I just heard a bang, are you alright?
I'm fine. She just leaned a little bit too far back on my lap and fell into the bin.
Oh, she's so stupid, I love her.
Anyway,
But we'll mull that over. You know, we can.
Yeah, so after you've said all that, I'll go and get a group so that they can meet up with us and converge plans. I assume it's the 3 of them.
Yeah. So you kind of bring them back up, and she's like kind of like hovering closer to you than the other 2 are, but neither of them seem bothered by her interest in you.
yo.
Yo.
So, she was trying to kill him.
Well, I knew of that, but you know, you're
Yes, but
apparently quite
you were
good.
dishonest with me, and that's upsetting. Anyway, that's beside the point. We're allies now.
I wouldn't have minded been dishonest from someone who would have potentially owned a slave, but you're not, so now I feel bad about being dishonest to you. Does that make you feel better?
Exactly. Yes, it does a little bit. Thank you for your apology.
It's alright. So, do you have any particular plans, or are you just,
We had a couple that were sort of in the works, but none of them were really fleshed out yet.
Alright, she's gonna kind of roll out a map. Yeah, so do you want to hear about ours, or?
I think that's a good starting point for sure.
Good, wonderful. We have a few notes on a few places, and basic ideas about others, but here's the gist. The pharmacy, there's a lot of clerics there that have been raised or, you know, trained at the Holy House. The Holy House is obviously one of these other locations. The pharmacy has a specific room which no one other than a few certain people on a list can go into. We believe the doctor that operates in that room is completely aware of the kind of patients he's working on, aka slaves who've been in certain issues that would usually be reported and, you know, reported straight to the Academy of Healing. Orphanage was gone.
Sorry, did you say Ray Carlos was Sorry, no, What am I saying, Ricarlis? Did you say the Holy House was owned by Ricarlis when you introduced him?
No,
Yeah.
he
Oh, right.
helped set up the. I'm gonna go to.
I
Is it in
swear you said
random
it.
law?
I heard something to do with Holy House with him.
It's the Academy of Health and Prosperity, which is the
you
private
said-
organisation set up by the monarchy. So that's like the one where everyone gives like yearly blood. You know, like it's the international. You get free healthcare anyway. That's the Academy. So
But the Holy House
the Holy
supposedly
House-
operates under that.
no,
Okay.
the
Oh, so
pharmacy
he set up-
operates under the Holy House.
He set up a legitimate Holy House. This is a fake Holy House.
Yeah. So there can be
So it
different
doesn't-
holy establishments. There is an academy building where you can go and get free healthcare. The Holy House is more like, you know, kind of like praying to Ramaris. So like a fake church. Confusing, we know, but you know, they're a criminal organisation. Blacksmiths, we've seen a lot of red dragonborns going in and out of there. Little ones as well, so we can only assume that's where the shitty little weapons are coming from. The fish shop one I know personally. They are using pieces of people to make various weapons, armor, and etc. Let's just say for some blacksmiths, dragonborn bone is close enough to dragonbone.
I see.
Right. It just gets worse and worse.
The two kind of druids kind of step forward. We're less so this city in particular, but this is definitely one of his highest priority business places, considering that the factory is where he recreates a lot of relics and sells them off as frauds, keeping the originals to himself. We're here because he decided that raiding our grove was a good idea, and taking all of our relics for his little museum.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Well, he will soon learn that messing with us is not a good idea. Castle lodges, we're not sure. Clothing shop, again, may just be as simple as them making clothes. Docks is definitely where all of their shipments go in and out, and the arena we believe to be where they have a workforce that works in and out of the arena. The the Lord may just turn a blind eye to this, since there is a law that children over 6 can be worked as long as they are willing and paid, and it is considered internships.
Do you happen to know how strong the Lord of Grazefeld is?
Quite strong. I wouldn't challenge him. If
So I'm
you
not ready yet. Okay.
if you do challenge him, it is a battle to the death. You take in whatever you have on you, and there is no outside interference. If there is, the whole thing is null and void, and the person who cheated is sent to death, either side. It is a battle of honor.
Well, no, don't do it.
Especially not anytime soon.
But anytime you're going to inherit a title anyway.
That's a point. That's a good point.
It's not that I want to inherit it, it's that I don't want him to have it. I want to take it from him specifically. Because he is a terrible
but I mean-
lord.
Isn't subterfuge better than just 1v1ing him then?
If I 1v1 him, it's legal. And I don't need to
I didn't
jump through
realise
all
that was a
these.
concern of yours.
Well, it's more that I don't need to jump through all these loopholes to hide what's happened and all that.
Right, okay.
It's kind of a necessity with Brizband, but that's the law here, so I may as well follow it.
Right.
He can't be that powerful.
Why not? If he wasn't, someone else would have challenged him.
Successfully.
I won't go into details as to why. I don't think he's that powerful, but you all know why. Just think about it for a moment.
Okay. Point taken, but I think we've still met people more powerful than ourselves.
Yes, I'm not saying I'm ready to challenge him now.
Right, okay. As long as you've accepted that.
Yes, no, I need to exceed a certain zenith of strength before I challenge him.
Right. In terms of plans, he will very likely be coming in through the docks, which means he'll be there as of tomorrow morning. He'll be making bets with the king afterwards, so most likely pop by the castle lodgings. Then after that, there is bettings to be made at the arena the day before the battles. So, the places we can assume he'll be are, 7, 10, and 6. Whether or not he visits others is unknown, but that is why she's here. And she kind of gestures to Flamma, who shifts down into a bird form and instead of sitting on his shoulder goes and sits on River's head. She's a expert at infiltration, as I'm sure you've seen.
Okay, so which point are we infiltrating then?
That's the part we haven't quite figured it out. But with you here,
Right,
be a little easier. We aren't exactly top of the line killers.
Split?
So
Like, we've got a pretty good strategy for it. Should we? Do we?
Yes, I think we
Cube
trust enough to
method.
divulge the strategy.
Yeah. So once we get Brizband, we can teleport him somewhere else and get him on his own.
fair enough. Kind of like a bag of holding.
Sort of. Yeah.
Sort of.
Close enough.
The only thing is, once we do that, we need someone to pick up the cube afterwards.
I can do that.
You can do that. In fact, as an owl, you'd be perfect for doing that. How are you speaking in wild shape?
Natural gift. I don't know.
That is a very impressive gift you have.
Yeah.
Anyway,
2025 rules allow it. Are we not going with that?
So yeah, I've just taken the
Oh, I didn't
2025
notice.
rule and then given the kind of backstory that because she's part Fae.
I didn't know
So is
that changed.
the
in
2025
That's my
rules?
bad.
Is that like only certain characters get that?
You can discuss it like certain parts you want with me. Like I'll let you talk in wild shape, absolutely. That's fine by me.
Okay.
If
That
you-
does
if-
make it significantly easier as a
Yeah.
party.
If you
Yeah,
want
I agree.
to, if you want to have any other parts of it, just like ping me a message about what it is, and then I'll take it on a case by case basis. But talking in wild shape, absolutely. Like
I won't bother reading the rest of it.
fair. Like things that come from the Feywild would have a more enhanced ability with nature, like so they can, talk.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but just the idea of someone talking in wild shapes just got that cow perhaps meme put in my head.
I love that meme.
Right, so you guys can do the killing, we'll do the covering up. As for the rest of the stuff, his whole operation basically runs on fear and... Sorry. basically runs on fear and lies, so once he's gone, not a lot will hold it together.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
That's good.
Plus, if he dies, his whole estate goes to some other lord that will be decided by, you know, someone else.
Probably Her Majesty.
We can always, you know, once he's gone, break in, take back our artifacts, and take them back to where he stole them from.
Yes, that sounds fine to me. We should also see if he has any other artifacts of note that may be useful to an adventurer party.
Yeah.
That's true.
Sounds fine to me. Well, we have a bit of evidence on him, but not enough to really bring to authorities.
Yeah, well, that's the issue. The other issue is with nobles such as myself, or in this case, Brizband. It's very, very difficult to get us with the law.
Well, he's
You
been
mention
caught.
yourself in Brisbane, but leave me out.
He's been caught selling faulty magic items, which have resulted in deaths and injury. Problem is, you can't really prove it was the item when the adventurer returns. So he gets away with it. And he sells so many weapons to the military that telling them they'll lose all of their access if he goes down.
Yeah. He also framed someone very dear to our party. That was something they did not do, and they had to go into hiding, but so. All those crimes aside, we still have a personal vendetta to settle.
Well, he's an influential man. Like I said, when he's no longer around to provide for those who commit crimes for him, they won't bother with the danger because they've got no one protecting them.
Yes, we'll see how much my fists influence his face.
Well, sounds like a good plan then.
I've just
have we settled
realized
on where we're
something. We won't even need to kill him.
Huh?
Why?
If he sorry, I'm saying this out of character. If we cube him, he's just going to get, what was it, vanished? What was
Oh, ceased.
he's going to he's going to be seized.
Seize him, seize him.
Yeah, if you warn her beforehand, she will just seize him.
True.
Because he is an intruder.
We go do that?
Yes,
think
no,
we
let's
should
go
do
let's
that.
go set up.
Should we show these guys the plan?
Just checking.
Or not
Is
yet?
ceasing painful?
Do you want to
Does it
ask the
matter?
dragon that when you get there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll ask.
Okay.
We'll ask.
Oh, do we want to make it painful?
Yes.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I
I'd rather
not
it was
at the-
reliable.
Yeah, not at the expense of unnecessary risks.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Alright, so you're leaving the others there and kind of like not telling them
I
about
think
it.
one of us should just try just
Oh, you want to stay behind, do you?
not necessarily, well, not me specifically, but someone.
It's all right, River. You can stay with your new friends. / possibly girlfriend.
Slash
Right,
potential.
let's get in the cube before.
Alright, so you guys kind of go to another room and, you know, they just assume you're going to go chat about stuff. And you head to
Wait, yeah, I
Yeah?
forgot about just locking the door into another room.
You can stay and watch Kenra and Blue.
Actually, that's a good idea.
They're just chasing each other around, like, kind of the center coffee table. One of the, like, Blue's chasing Kenru with, like, a cheesecake, trying to get it rubbed in his feathers.
Oh,
Hey,
You'll-
Blue. No
You'll
pink
smell.
on them.
He's gonna smell like lemons when I put it in.
Yes, but it will also make his feathers feel not nice for him.
But then you get to give us bath time again.
Have you considered
You
trying to
like
eat the
bath time?
cheesecake?
Yeah, I never got bath time. I had to have bath time every, like, 7 suns. But if he's dirty, then you have to give us bath time, and he's gonna smear the cheesecake all over his face.
You could have just asked for bath time.
Yeah.
Oh.
You could have just eaten the cheesecake instead of wasting it.
He's gonna start licking it and like pulling it off his face
Oh.
and eating it.
Oh well, really, you wanted to stay behind with the kids, didn't you? Bye!
You just shut the door before I can change my mind. I turn around, about to start saying something, but doom.
Alright, so you guys head back to the library. There's like Adolin sitting in the corner being a nerd. He might actually just be in the mines. You might just hear him whistling as he's mining away at ores.
I've been working on the railroads all the
Yeah.
livelong day.
You can also see the front of the pyramid had its doors open for quite a while, and the vines have started to kind of like seep out into the town below.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah.
And she's gonna kind of like shift back as soon as you appear. Oh, hello.
Hello!
Hello.
Where's my friend?
Your
The little bird one.
friend. Oh, he's having bath time right now, I'm sure.
Oh man.
We have another friend as well. that we've picked
Yes, his new friend
Oh.
smushed cheesecake all over his face, so now he's
Oh.
gotta have bath time. Anyway, how have you been, Valeria?
I'm good. I spent a long time with Freyja. I showed her some cool books. You know, we talked about like the Infinity Tower thing and like, you
The
know,
what?
up. I love the Infinity Tower.
yeah.
What's the Infinity Tower?
Oh, it's pretty cool, you know.
It's a tower that's infinite.
Oh my god. Sorry, let me find it.
Oh, also that reminds me. Father asked me to pass on a message to you, Freyja.
Mm-hmm.
He said your project is underway.
Oh, good.
What is this project, out of interest?
None of your business.
But I want to know.
Well, I know that's why you asked, and I don't want to tell you. That's why I said none of your business.
But it sounds like it's a family matter, no? If a family's involved.
Drama.
Not everything that involves family is a family matter. We have matters between just us that aren't family matters.
So you want to know
Those are
about?
legally binding.
You want to know about the tower?
Yes, I want to know about the tower.
Okay, so there's this tower that's like deep in the Ashen Waste, and it's a really, really cool tower because there's this mage who like feared the gods and like people and everything. So he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna build a tower," and it's got no it's got no door, no entrance, just windows, and the windows are constantly like shifting around the tower, so you can't like look in, and they completely avoids divine scrutiny. But if you stare at the windows too long, people will like see things.
What sort of thing?
Oh, like twisted shit. I don't know. He was a creepy guy. It's just legends about him. There's a lot of storybooks. I don't know. I never really read up if he was real or not.
Fair enough.
I think the tower's real though. I don't know. We talked about a lot of fun stories and stuff.
Ashen ways.
I don't know. She wasn't super interested about the merchant of names though.
Merchant of names.
Well, yeah, you
The
know, when
merchant
like a
of
fae
names.
steals your name, there's a merchant that goes around and gives you a
There's a
name. But
merchant that goes around telling
I got a bit
names.
spooked. I didn't want to hear much of that.
well, he sells
can see
names
that.
to those who've lost their name. But the problem is, in order to get a name, you have to give him a memory.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a funny one. I know that one exists. So does the goose.
The goose.
Yeah, the goose.
Oh, the fucking goose.
Man got the goose.
Of course, they
We've-
only get
we've
mentioned in a session where...
Yeah, where Charlie's not here. I'm not legally allowed to talk about him unless if Charlie's not here.
Yeah, no, we've encountered the goose.
Yeah, I talked about some fun ones. I don't know, the pilgrimage is happening this year, actually.
What is the pilgrimage?
So basically, every 50 years, a group of monks just like appear and they travel somewhere and they are not stopped by any physical means to that destination. And then they disappear. And everyone that's followed them disappeared.
Not stopped by any physical means.
Nope.
Like, not even death?
Nope. No one's tried to, well, no one's successfully killed one. People have tried.
If they were beheaded, would they just keep walking?
Well, you'd struggle to behead them because they fight back. Yeah. Those guys are whack.
What a strange phenomenon.
Yeah, they walk about 20 days, go up a mountain, and then they're gone.
Do people disappear if they go up the mountain
Yep.
when they're not following them?
Oh, no, they come back down, but there's nothing up there, apparently. Pretty cool, though. There's a lot of cool stuff we talked about. He's not really talking to me. He just wanted to read in the corner and go mine ores and stuff. I don't know.
I can't say I'm surprised.
So I've just been building a city. I got a house for you. I made a house for each of you.
Aww.
Yeah.
Valeria.
You made us a house?
Yeah. Do you want to see them?
Absolutely, I
Yes.
want to see my house.
Okay, so I tried to. I don't know you guys super well. I know you pretty well now, Freyja.
Is
But,
my
like-
one big?
Yeah, I made you a pretty big house. I don't know, there's two of you. I didn't think you guys would want to be separated, so I made you a big house. So, Freyja, I made you a pretty, like, fancy one. I hope you like it. So obviously these are all underground, but she takes you to yours, Freyja, and it's this very, like, intricately, very sleek designed house.
Ooh,
Yeah, I hope you like
is
it.
very nice.
I haven't really got around to
I
decorating
definitely
yet.
like
but-
that.
And then Alna, I you know, I wasn't super sure with you, but I knew you had like a kid, and now probably another kid, and you have a girlfriend. So you know, I was like, okay.
Not that they're like all of our kids. It's not specifically my kids, but
I don't know. He holds your
Go
hand a lot.
yeah, they seem to like me.
That's
More than
cute.
others.
Well, we're gonna go to River's house first because it's the one that I have first. It's on the way. Here's River's house. You know, you like plants and things, so it's just quaint and cute. Yeah, this is just.
actually go and see that for myself.
It's like when you want to, you know. Oh yeah, River's not here. Sorry, I'm talking
River's
to
not here.
space.
Valeria's just schizophrenic.
She is schizophrenic. She's been alone a long time, Drew. For the twins, you guys. Oh wait, no, I was talking about Alna. I dropped these all in personal chats, and there's so much stuff in each of them. Okay, I found the twins one. So yours is quite big and very, very fancy. I know you guys are like super into like fancy stuff, so I don't know. I thought you'd kind of like
Can I have a
the
few more floors and some stained glass windows of me?
sure.
They're very grateful.
Yes, I am. But I would also like my requests.
Well, I built kind
A
of like
banquet hall.
yeah, there's a banquet hall. It's quite long out the back, but you know, I kind of built you like this place where you can all stay. Like, you know, you can bring friends and stuff. Like you said, you were gonna bring friends over to like read, and this is like, I'm gonna build other houses. I promise. It just takes a little while, but like this is like,
Yeah, that's fine. That's
you know, like a guild hall. There used to be a guild hall here.
Could you make mine bigger than that one?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then let's see.
Alna's like shaking his head at Fari. Do you-
Are you saying that you wouldn't want something worthy of yourself.
Do you want,
I
like,
want something worthy of myself.
do you want the old, like, wizard school?
Wait, who are you talking to here?
The twins.
I was asking if you could make the one you've already made bigger.
Okay. She kind of, like, makes a minor illusion, and she's like, is this good enough? Minus the guy. Or I can get you a guy.
How many servants could you get?
Oh my god.
72.
That should be enough.
72.
Okay.
What do you mean that should be enough? Oh my lord.
And then, I don't know, I just thought you'd like something kind of, you know, like family home-ish, if that makes sense. But it's still nice,
Understandable.
you know. So I made you this house.
Aw.
I don't know, it's pretty simple. You can change it if you want.
Oh, that'll do nicely. Thank you.
I didn't make one for him because I know he's sleeping with you, so he can just live in your house. And she kind of points between Adolin and Freyja.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm sure he'll be fine sharing a house with me.
Like, I can add a forge on the back, but it would kind of like ruin the design.
Maybe a basement. Like add the forge underground. You know.
Oh, I can do that.
Then it doesn't ruin it.
Yeah, as long as there's good ventilation, that should be alright.
Yep, that's fine. I will make a forge. She's gonna kind of shift about, and then like the design for it is there. Alright.
Can I get a like a training area?
Yeah, I can make that. Do you want it outside or inside? Or both?
Yeah, we'll have both.
Okay.
Can't have too many training areas.
Should I add another kid's room?
Sorry.
Should I add another kid's room?
Well, yes, I suppose so. If there's going to be a second one. Oh, and make sure there is a really nice bath for the kids. One of them really likes baths.
Okay, so she ends up.
Current rate, you might need more than 2 rooms.
The house
You do
of
things
yours
with the quite-
has like an open bit in the middle, so she kind of shifts that into a training area.
Sick.
But yeah, like, do come back if you want to stay here. I don't know, she's like tapping her fingertips together, and she's like, I don't know, I just kind of made them because I wanted you guys to stay around more. It was really nice talking to you.
We should
Okay.
stay around more. It's very
We
good
will, especially now that we have
accommodation.
living quarters here.
Yeah.
We'll probably come back here every night almost.
I'll build the garden soon, like, I can't just create food, so.
That's fine. That's fine.
Cool.
Oh, that reminds me, guys. And I gather them all like close. That Raycalis guy told me that there is still an amber tree living.
Oh, you didn't think that important information to tell us?
You gave me a lot of information. Okay,
Wouldn't that be
Okay, that is...
like a logical conclusion just from the fact that we were given some amber?
Well, that came from the world above, from what you dubbed from, not dubbed, from what you were told by the Silverheart boy.
Yeah, but Anna's information he's currently giving us is one alive, not
True.
one
Yeah,
alive
yeah.
on the lower world.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, you got a point. So why are you guys here? You want to stay over? Jesus.
God bless me.
Bless you.
I have well, I mean, you know, we absolutely can stay over. But
Yay!
we actually wanted to we were going to use the cube to I mean, for lack of better terms, kidnap someone.
I love kidnapping people.
Evil people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's evil. So we were gonna run it by you first just to make sure you were okay with it.
Sure.
And yeah, we would like you to is ceasing is being ceased painful?
Oh, incredibly.
Oh, okay. Could you cease
Good.
him when he arrives?
Do I have to?
Do you not want to?
They make some good servants, and then I could have 73.
I'd like making Brizband serve for all of eternity.
I mean, we could, but he's really ugly, and seeing him makes me upset.
I can fix
We can
that.
find you another servant.
You couldn't fix that.
I can fix him.
What do you mean by that? What do you?
You know, like, you guys are like, for lack of better terms, Lego. I just pick it off and I put a new one on.
Oh my god. That's you're just gonna peel his skin off, change his bone structure, and put new skin on?
If you
Pop
have
his
to
head
do
off
that
like
much.
a doll.
I don't know, I thought it'd be quite simple. You just say he's ugly, like I'll just take the ugly bits off and put new ones on. I don't know, she's gonna wave her hand and like some energy is gonna form beside her and like a person stands. See, I put a head on this one.
Ooh.
So what was
Interesting
this guy
ability.
before?
He was weird.
He was vaguely ancient magus bridish.
Very vaguely.
I don't know, he liked to poison people. So he came to try and poison me while I was still alive. So I drank it and I lived because I'm better. And I turned him into a slave. Well, not a slave. He's dead. But he's conscious. It's eternal suffering. And she's going to kind of like spin around in the air because she's constantly floating.
It's not quite dead, is it?
We can speak. I don't know. It's fun.
Right.
Oh, come on. You thought ceasing wasn't the weirdest part of me? I get bored.
Fair enough.
It's been 4,000 years.
I'm considering options. Guys, do we think ceasing him is better, or turning him into a pseudo-dead slave is better?
Ceasing.
Enslaving him for all of eternity does sound like a much more fitting punishment, considering the fact that he is a slaver.
I just feel like I want him gone, erased from reality. I don't want any shenanigans where he somehow comes back.
Yeah, I'm kind of... in agreement with Freyja. I don't know, like something about the way he is just so uncomfortable. And why would we want to change such a perfect number of 70? Right?
Because then I could have a 73rd servant.
But
We can-
72
We
is so
meet
much.
plenty of people that we wouldn't mind putting to eternal servitude.
Se-
We can find more
72
servants.
is a decent number, but if we keep on adding more, we could eventually reach a better one, like
There is no better number than
140.
72.
144.
No, there is no better number than 72.
None of this means anything. What do you mean there's no... That's an irrelevant point. We shouldn't be arguing about which number is better. We should be arguing about which is the best way to get rid of him.
Well, he can't change back when he's a servant. Like, his soul goes to the gods, I just keep a little bit of it.
What happens when you cease him? Does his soul disappear completely?
Oh yeah, that's gone to the gods. It doesn't disappear, I can't destroy
Gone-
souls.
okay.
I think we've all been told before that souls can't be destroyed.
It's like energy.
So either way, the soul is going to the gods, but
Mhm.
in this instance, you keep a tiny bit of the soul.
Yeah, it's harder to resurrect someone who's part slave because they get resurrected on the point of slavery, and that's then again I could just see them again.
Harder, but not impossible.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, but it would mean it is more difficult for him to come back.
If someone attempted to
Is it?
resurrect him, they wouldn't appear next to the person, they'd appear where the slave is that I have. And thus I would know, and thus I would seize them.
Or we enslave them.
Yeah, probably that one. I don't know.
But I mean, don't we just skip a step by seizing him in the first place?
I could make him a bear
Well,
with a
no,
top
because
hat.
They're saying if they get resurrected.
Yeah.
If they're ceased, they can still be resurrected.
She kind of claps her hands. I could
Can
turn him into a thing.
Yes.
How would he be
was that?
resurrected? Because there's no body.
True resurrection. Not
do you
many
not need a
people.
body?
That's real.
Yeah.
Wait, true resurrection's real.
Well, nobody can cast it anymore, but yeah. So, you know, honestly, he's not really going to get resurrected, let's be honest with ourselves. Worst case scenario, though, I can turn him into a little guy. I don't know.
What do you mean, little guy?
Well, you know, if you give me access to him, I could, you know, instead of killing him and sending him to the gods, I could maybe let him turn into something else in another plane of existence. Or you could be really funny and turn him into a mimic.
I don't know. Now that you've
I
said
don't
it
know
would be
about
harder
turning him
for
into a
him
mimic.
to.
The pieces might be difficult to put together.
I could make him into a bear with a top hat.
No.
No, that would go hard.
I don't know. They seem to have a way with gambling, though.
I think we're going to. I feel like. It's either seating or slaving.
I'm voting
Slave.
ceasing. If I'm outvoted, I'm happy with that. Well, happy enough with that.
I think I'm going to go with ceasing, but only because I like the number 72.
Really bad reason.
That infuriates me. Yeah, that is a terrible reason. But
Yeah,
I won't complain
that's
too much
that's an
because you're
awful
going with me.
reason to pick the option that leaves us with, well, him for a less embarrassing fate, us with one less servant, and also a situation where it's easier for other people to potentially bring him back.
I still don't see how it's easier to bring him back.
From what was said, basically, if he's a slave, like slaved, then if he's brought back, he will appear where the slave is, at which point, she can instantly re-cease/slave them. But if he's ceased, then if he's resurrected, he'll appear where the resurrecting person is.
Don't you need a body for resurrection, though?
No, true resurrection
doesn't require a body. It
Yeah.
can make an entirely new one. Which is weird because it says that you're supposed to touch the body and it says range of
Yeah.
touch. But then the second paragraph says that if there's not a body, you create one as part of the
Oh,
spell.
right, okay. Yeah, I guess I got thrown off because it's range of touch.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
when I was looking through it, I was basically thinking, this seems a bit contradictory, but oh well. I guess it creates the new body within touch range.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright.
Okay, I mean, if that's the case, I'm slightly more... Can we change how he looks, though? It's going to be weird having him, like...
Sure, what are you
body.
feeling
Yes.
Just,
Don't-
like, completely revamped. Like, I don't want to be able to recognize him at all.
like? Okay, I'll throw out some ideas. These are ones I've been wanting to use for a while. We got this one. You're talking like completely different. I don't know, they still
Have
need
you got
to be
anything that's
useful
less, like,
to me.
freaking?
This one?
Ooh, that looks fancy.
Let's see. I don't know, they need to be useful, so I still gotta keep their hands, unfortunately. I literally just found him while, like, I found Brizband while looking through fucking, like, ideas. Bro is a
Brizband looks good.
creature.
Have you got anything that's just like a guy, like a normal fella?
You just want him to be a normal guy.
Yeah.
I was kind of fucking with the bone vibes. I'm honest.
It adds a sense of sort of grandeur to him that I don't really. I want him to be like as unremarkable as possible.
What if you make him mostly just a guy, but
also a
with
goat.
the bones
I
on
really
the
like goats.
outside?
What if he's
A
a
goat guy
goat?
is a good compromise.
That is a goat guy
Yeah.
with boobs, though. I don't really want to have boobs.
Oh,
That
man.
feels.
I can take off the boobs.
Okay. Are we
I don't
settled
know,
on
we
goat
could-
guy, no boobs?
Wait, what if we make him a rat man?
Yes, yes.
I feel like that is the lowest form he could take is a man that's a rat.
Third thing becomes Skaven, yes.
I'm happy with
I
the rat
just
man.
slip into the Skaven character far too
I love
easily.
sleep.
You really do.
I don't know, we could go with the bone idea, you know, where he's like bone. Or, you know, we could go a bit further. If you really want to be funny, you could just keep him completely conscious inside of his body and I put a mimic over him so he's constantly being devoured but also regenerated at the same time.
That's a little fucked. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of fucked.
Alright, not that idea then. Oh, nobody
Yes.
thinks like I think.
Look, it's
What
it's
if you
a
had it
collaborative
so that
effort,
he was
isn't
a
it?
person, but his bones were constantly growing outwards through his skin?
That's cool.
Then he would get infinitely large and take up too much space.
I don't know,
Unless we pruned him.
we could go like super far, but then he'd be like really hard to look at. And you guys said he was already ugly, but like we could really take away everything.
No, I don't want him to be like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like we should just make him into Stuart Little.
What if he was just like a...
Just like a what? Hello?
While on the concept of monstrosities, my brain's going to other forms.
You know what we could do? We could do a funny little prank.
No, we're not making him a Tyrannid.
Oh. You know what my favorite thing to turn people into?
What?
Steve.
What?
Steve.
Steve, as in the gas guy?
Is he like
Or the mushroom guy.
particularly blocky?
As in the poison gas guy?
Yeah,
Wasn't he
or the
called
mushroom
Steve?
guy. I have a lot of Steves.
You created the Mushroom Men?
Well, just Steve.
Just Steve.
I always call
He
them
was
Steve
an
if
odd
I let
one
them go.
out.
If I let them go, I call them Steve, and then they're stuck with that name forever, and it can never be taken from them.
Could you make Brisband into multiple people?
I guess.
I don't want multiple Brisbands.
But what about multiple Steves?
Not if that Steve is Brisband.
Well, they're completely obedient, and you never have to have them talk. But they're fully aware
I
of what
know.
you've done to them.
But it's still Brisbane, you know?
What if we made them all into Steves that could only subsist by eating other Steves?
I don't want them to eat
Then
the
we would run out of
Steves.
Steves and they would die.
Well, you could put him in the flump machine if you really hate him.
The what machine?
So, flumps infinitely divide and create new flumps, but in order to do so, they must eat a mass equal to the division. So if he's constantly regenerating and also needs to eat, it's an infinite cycle of him eating the flumps and the flumps eating him. If you put them in a contained space, only so many can live, and eventually they'll die. And then he'll eat them, and then they'll eat each other, and it's just a torture machine. You guys are a bit too quiet. I'm kind of concerned. Did I say something wrong?
Well, we could use a flump
no,
machine, but we made it so we couldn't even subsist off them
Let's
by
not
fighting.
put him in the
first.
flump machine.
Oh man.
Let's not do that. Okay, just
What's wrong with the goat guy? Can we circle back to the goat guy?
yeah.
Goat guy, no boobs.
What if we made the goat guy thing just a bit more tortuous by making his spine as curvy as those
Oh,
horns?
why are we? Oh, dear. Why does it?
So that he
why'd
loops
that be-
around.
No.
No.
Look, the reason we're having this at all in the first place is a purely practical measure of splitting apart the soul. It doesn't need to be fancy. We don't need any spine twisting. We don't need any eating himself. You know, he doesn't need to grow infinite bones. He just needs to have a vessel where the soul is housed, and preferably I don't want to see him.
She's gonna put her hand up again.
Yes.
I could infuse him with a water elemental and he always lives in your toilets. And then you shit in him and piss in him all day and then he gets recycled and becomes toilet water again.
I very much like it. Are we 100% sure that he's not into that? Because I don't want to accidentally...
He doesn't strike me as the type to be into that, considering how easily he was
I didn't know
disgusted
you
by-
were an expert in knowing who likes to be pissed and shit on.
I don't know, he would be water and that feels very weird.
Have you been water before?
Perhaps. It was my mum's form of timeout.
Your mum just turned you into water.
Yeah, she said get liquidated, bitch. So I was gonna use that as well.
That's really mean, actually, to call you that as well.
I don't know, we
Yeah.
weren't allowed to sit on steps and stuff like normal human kids. We had to sit in the bottom of the lake as water.
Right.
But I got the last laugh, so it's fine. Anyway, do you want to turn him into toilet water? It's either that or you can turn him into water that you wash your feet in. Or other
I
kinds
think
of
that-
water.
No, there's also a risk there.
You can turn him into an infinite fire where you throw your rubbish in.
I'm okay with infinite fire.
Or you could turn him into a rock. I don't know what you'd use a rock for, though. I don't know, do you have any ideas?
He could be like a paperweight. Oh, can he be water for Adolin's swords?
What, like quenching?
Yeah.
When he's like branded every time we use it, like that's crazy.
I would be
Swords,
against the
knife,
idea just because souls can seep into magical items, so I would...
That's a very
I-
good
I-
point.
I
Yes,
would-
We do not want
yeah.
a Brizband sword.
I would say toilet water is as far as I'd go. I don't know, unless if you want a paperweight. I don't know
As
what
long
you'd do
as
with
he's
air. I was
recycled.
trying to think of a funny one with that. Unless if you want to put him inside, like... No, because that doesn't work. You could trap him in a bottle as air, and maybe, like, fart in it, and then he has to stay there his whole life.
There's the same risk as the toilet water and the foot water there.
How about that?
What if we just keep him as an air bottle?
What about that? What about?
Let's have a look. How are you showing this? Are you just like sketching this?
I guess, yeah.
Or you can just have her read
Why
your
do
mind
you
and she'll
give
make a
him so
minor
much
illusion.
muscle?
I mean,
Because that was
works
the
for
only
me,
one I
so-
could find that didn't feel like super fucked up. Weird. Like, it was the only one that was wearing clothes, I think, was the main.
I don't know. It depends how much
What
suffering
if
you
we
want to
just
do.
made him a rock and buried him?
That works, because then if he was revived, he'd suffocate to death.
Exactly. But if that's our real motivation for
Actually,
trapping
that's the
soul-
worst kind of torture. You're crazy. You're gonna put him in a dark, cold place with no sense of feeling for eternity. At least with piss and shit, he would like.
Can the rock sense things?
Not really, but you know, he would.
No, I don't want him sensing my piss and shit.
No, he can't.
And what if I,
He
you know,
can't.
sometimes when it's a particularly big one and the water comes up and splashes you, that would be weird.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want Brisbane.
That
doing
would be
that
like
to me.
him touching my ass. Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine then.
He could be
That
sure.
Well,
pissed my
You see
mind
what I'm-
early on, and I was waiting to see how long it would take someone else. to
You know what I
point
could
out.
turn him into instead? A sponge. For the filtration system down in the sewers.
That works.
I
for me.
think-
Not.
I
just
think we
don't
turn
mix
him into a.
with my sponge.
I think we turn him into a Kenku.
What about turning him into, like...
No, guys, hear me out. The Kenku idea.
You're gonna have to elaborate.
Yeah, you've given no further
you
info.
said hear me out and then said
besides
nothing.
Kenku.
Well, like,
Kenku.
the whole reason he likes keeping Kenku is because they can only mimic noises, they cannot talk themselves. So, what if we punish him for doing that sort of thing by making him into a Kenku?
I mean,
That's-
he already makes copies of stuff.
yes, but
Isn't his
like
whole
he
deal
wouldn't
that he copies magic items?
be able to talk.
I don't know, sewage sponges can't talk
Isn't
either.
that true with like? Yeah. Neither can sponges or air bottles.
Yeah, but like
They can talk even less.
rock.
Guys, the irony.
I mean, following that logic, wouldn't it also be ironic to turn him into a dragonborn? Since he had slaves of those too.
Look, I'm not
Yes,
particularly fussed
but-
as long as he's not touching my ass or touching my feet or touching my shit or my piss.
Sewage sponge.
Other than that, turn him into whatever you like. A sewage sponge. Oh, that's mixed in with everyone else's, so that's
Yeah.
fine with me.
He'd basically be the filtration system.
I can agree on sewage sponge.
I'm outvoted.
Wanderers, we will turn him into a sewage sponge.
There we go.
I look forward to ceasing him, basically. That will be a
Right.
terrible
I'm going to
existence.
use minor illusion to show a picture of what he looks like.
Understood. I will grab him the moment he appears.
Thank you very much.
Anyways, I need to get back to building, so I'm gonna go do that. And she summons a mount for herself despite being able to fly, and then just like wanders off into the village.
There we go.
They are
What a good
such an
friend.
interesting. They are such an interesting individual.
Right, should we go back and see the boys?
Yeah. And with that, should we call it a break? Because River's still not back.
Yeah, we'll go get
Yeah, and
dinner.
I need to get dinner at some point.
Yeah, everyone go get dinner, and then we'll reconvene.